It says I'm live. All right, so welcome to this episode of Shop Talk and Wrench. The microphone right in my face. This episode of Shop Talk and Wrench. So this is working basically on my Losi Lasernut. It's called Monster Nut, and the only reason why it's called that, I just did a tire swap or tire and wheel swap to a Redcat Racing Kaiju, which used a conversion hex extension with another hex and just all that stuff. Put a wing on the back because that tire just, when I first saw that thing, I knew I was basically buying a DB Pro, but just a slightly bigger, or should I say like a slightly stretched out version of that. And I knew I was going to convert it, you know, right out of the gate. Did a couple of videos on it, just kind of left it the way it was. I think kind of demonstrating why I didn't like it. So we did the conversion, but I've come across a couple of issues. Now, my conversion that I did, I actually don't like it. And that's one of the things about, you know, doing a conversion, trying to find the right parts. There's parts about this conversion that I do like. Obviously, it allowed me to put the tires and wheels on it that I wanted, but what it did was it also was, it's not, I actually want to say it's weak. It's a weak conversion. The wing itself is fine. That thing's mint. That's not going anywhere. But the extended hexes that I put on, which I got to go into the description and make sure that I get rid of that. I've got another hex that is more of a, kind of gives the impression of a, I guess, a better 17 millimeter hex. It is still a 12 to 17 conversion, but I feel that the way that this one goes on is just more strong. I probably should have used Loctite, but on the originals, but also the way everything kind of went together, I guess I was satisfied initially until I really started beating on this thing, putting it through, you know, some pretty good jumps and crashes and whatever. And I started getting, at least in the back, I started getting some warping. Basically what was happening was, but it's funny. It was either warping. Can't remember if it was warping the actual shaft, the output shaft of the hub, or if it was actually loosening. It may have been a combination of the two. But what I didn't like is I didn't like the fact that I constantly felt like I had to make sure my wheels were tight. Again, I probably could have put Loctite on it. That may have solved the situation. I just feel that going with a slightly more expensive conversion, that this is probably going to work out. And I have every intention of taking this thing to Diamond Dust. This thing performed. I mean, I can't even explain how happy I am with this conversion other than just a very minor thing with the hexes. So I'm just going to address that tonight. And then I have a broken, well, actually, it wasn't me. It was my wife, which is pretty funny because she was driving this Lasernut and she broke the rear shock link mount that attaches to the A-arm. And she was like, she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And it's just like, honey, it's like, what do you expect? I mean, you did an awesome jump and a crash, you know, whatever, no big deal. And I think that's what some people need to, like, you know, step away from or back away from, that, you know, these things are going to break. And especially with what we're putting them through, especially with what I put the 3 vehicles that I took to Diamond Dust through today, one of them, I'm upset because I actually lost footage. I went against my own better judgment and I only used one camera. And here I am all the time. I'm like, whatever you do, if you go out there and you're trying to get footage, make sure you run at least 2 cameras. I mean, I can hear that echoing like in my head. Use 2 cameras, guy. Use 2 cameras, guy. And I just decided, because for some reason I can't find my I can't find the mount that goes on my remote, and I didn't want to waste my time looking for it. And I'm like, forget it. I'll just run one camera and make sure I get enough batteries, and I'll swap in a fresh memory card and be done with it. But dummy me, I think because I was having such a blast ripping the RC that I'm trying to like play back, like what happened? Like why did I click off on the head mount? And I think I started to remember was that there was another section that I wanted to go to, right? And I wanted to conserve battery power in the actual vehicle. So I shut the vehicle off, and I also then shut the head mount off, because what was the point of recording that block of footage of me walking over to the next bash spot when I knew that I was going to have to edit it out anyway? Bam, right there. Number one, leave the GoPro going on my head no matter what, because who knows? Maybe it would have caught me tripping and falling and wiping out. You know, and I could have put that as a blooper at the end. I don't know. I think from now on, once I turn that camera on, just going to leave it on, and I'm just going to force myself to like edit all the crap out of it in post. So, but yeah, 3 RCs went to diamond dust. So it's like that. What is it? 3, I think it's from a Mad Max movie. 3 people enter. It's supposed to say 3 people enter and 1 man leaves, right? Or 2 people enter. But I had 3 RCs enter diamond dust, and not one of them survived. Diamond dust is a very abusive place. No, it seems like no matter what. And yes, is it my driving? Yeah, of course. I'm not perfect, you know, but I can drive. I do know how to, you know, turn that wheel and operate that stick. We did have a little bit of a minor issue. I'll tell you the vehicles that I brought. I brought the Big Rock. So the ARRMA Big Rock went. Then I ripped the Outcast. And then when I was done with the Outcast, revived trash bag, hit the ground, and that was it. So, and I gotta tell you right now, the Big Rock is stinking an animal. I mean, the stuff that the 5th scale and the pro scale RCs did, the Big Rock almost ate up everything that, like, let's just say the Outcast. So the Outcast went there. The X-Max was there. Everything that Outcast, like, could kind of potentially do, the Big Rock was, like, right there with it. And I was like, is this my driving, or is this actually this RC? And even before I left, right? So even before I left with the Big Rock in hand to go rip it at diamond dust, I was like, you know what? I wonder if I can put conversion hexes on it before I leave. And I didn't really know anything about the Big Rock. Never had one before. So I grab a wheel wrench, which this is a joke, to try to take off. Because I grabbed this first. It just was like right there next to the Big Rock. To grab this and to try to use this on the Big Rock to take those wheel nuts off. No, you're going to rip your fingers apart before that thing even unloosens a wheel nut. They got them cranked. I mean, those Jet Lees that they got putting those cars together, they must have some muscle, man, because either they're using a machine or they just been pumping iron, because that I was like, ugh! I was cranking on that thing. And I didn't want to fail. And so I grabbed, something that would actually work. So I did pull it off, and then bam. Then as soon as I popped that wheel off, I was just like, whoa. I was like, it's a 14 millimeter hex. So I tried to pull it off. So when I tried to pull it off, it wouldn't go. And again, I was confused. I'm like, well, what is going on here? I can't even pull a hex off. What am I? something wrong here? So then I had to use this. So this is the knife that my son gave me. And what I did is I pried in between the hex and the hub, and like was wiggling it, and it popped. It popped off. And I pulled it off, and I'm looking at the hex, and I'm like, man, I'm like, this, granted, it's a 14 millimeter hex, but I was like, man, this thing's actually like pretty nice. This is seemingly pretty strong. I think the downside, or I'm guessing the downside is trying to find a 14 millimeter wheel to fit. So then I came up with another bright idea. I was like, well, you know what? I've been thinking about reviving my Traxxas Emax. So I've got a T-Max, an Emax, and an E-Revo, right? So, and I was trying to remember, did Traxxas use 14 millimeter hexes on their wheels? They're like a monster truck wheel. So I grabbed the Emax because that was the one that was newer. I grabbed that truck and I start cranking off the wheel nut, and then I feel like the tire, and the tires are dry rotted. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, man, should I really even go to Diamond Dust? Because it doesn't seem like things are going like with me. Now, when I go to throw that hex back on the Big Rock, that's when I realized the reason why it was hard to take that that hex off was because it's got a set screw. So not only, I mean, again, I don't know if the other Big Rocks before this version, like this is version 3 that I'm talking about. So apparently there was a version 2 and a version 1. I have no idea about any of those ones. Didn't even know ARRMA existed probably when those things came out. I don't even know. Those lines of vehicles probably wouldn't have interested me anyway. So why did the Big Rock interest me this time? I think it was literally because of the upgrades, because it seemed like what I was seeing in that truck versus when I looked at version 2, I was just like, they're little upgrades, but they make sense. And I'll tell you right now, man, it totally made sense. That Big Rock took such a beatdown. I mean, I burned two. They're either 70, I think they're 7,600 or 7,200 Ovonic Air 50C 3S packs. I tried to burn the second one, but then we ended up with an issue. But I lost a lot of footage just because of doing this. So I'm not going to do that again because, number one, I went against my whole thing with the dual cameras, and then it was so epic. Like the second half, the second battery, like, because I had already, when you think about it, I got the video uploading right now. So it's gonna be live soon. And you know, man, I'm telling you, it was funny too because I guess the rip was so epic for a little Big Rock. When I was done breaking everything, I called somebody and I was just like, dude, I'm like, I cannot believe how good the Big Rock is. And that individual said, you know what? I guess I haven't been pushing the Big Rock like I should. And I said, no, you haven't. And I said, Guy, I had that trigger buried probably 90% of the time, other than when I was lining up for a jump. Well, you know, brake, you know, trying to line up for a jump. But I want to say 90% of the time, I mean, that thing was flying by me as fast as it can go on loose, uneven, like gravel kind of pathway, road, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the heck it was. And that Big Rock was just eating it. A stinking ARRMA 3S line, 110 scale, eating everything that I could throw at it. And I think I was just like, man, Does ARRMA piss me off at times? Yeah. With my EXB Creighton? Yeah, with that stupid diff issue. You got a big rock that's $240 versus a roller that is how much? And this big rock just beat the crap out of the EXB? Like, I mean, are you kidding me? I could have got what, 2.5 big rocks for the amount of money that stupid EXB Creighton was, cost. That's not even, and that's RTR. It's like, oh my God. I just was like, I you know how they have that guy that's like, boom, mind blown? The big rock stinking blew my mind. I'm so happy right now. Just thinking about, even though I missed a massive amount of footage, just thinking about how well that big rock repped. Like, I mean, that's the, I guess you want to say that's the epitome of, I'm using big words. I don't even know what epitome means, but I think it's a word that I should be using. That's the, there's a scratch on my wall that kind of looks like a monster truck. That's like the, that's the whole point of this. The whole point is whatever RC it is, it doesn't matter if it's one of these things. Doesn't matter if it's this, a little rally car. This is a MK2 phaser rally car. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's this. It doesn't matter if I mean, think about it. Think about the Mad Van. The Mad Van's even smaller. And granted, yes, I finally did break the Mad Van, but I think it was very well deserved. It was pretty cold out. It's been beat on, and it was already limping. So for the Mad Van to have broken, I still got to order the parts for that too. It's literally like, I swear to God, it's going to cost me like $7 just to fix that Mad Van. That's nothing. And now that I know that that's a potential weakness, obviously in the cold, what I might do is spray those arms down. Even though they're already flexible, I might spray those links down and just see if I can get them to kind of maybe be a little bit more flexible. What it did is I think it broke right on the seam. Right on the seam edge is my guess. I'll have to look at it through a stinking microscope, but yeah. So how is everybody now that I just went on like this big rock thing? Oh, but just like the whole point is to get out there and rip it, to have fun, whatever RC it is. Doesn't matter if it's a Traxxas horse. If you can get out there and you can actually rip a horse, right? It doesn't matter. Somebody will, drive a Mad Van. I had as many smiles for miles with the Mad Van as I probably did with the Outcast. Does the Outcast have a little bit more? Oh, nice. The dog is puking. At least she didn't. I don't think she puked. Haley, are you puking over there? What's the matter with you? Where was I? I think I was talking about the Outcast. Like, obviously, the Outcast can do everything in massive scale. So its jumps are epic. And when it's coming at you, you know it's going to hurt if it hits. And in this video that I'm uploading right now, that Outcast almost took my head clean off. Like, I mean, at the last second, it was like, I don't know what I was looking at. I must not have been looking at the Outcast, because it could not have made a beeline for my head any better than it did. Now think about it. You know what I mean? The camera is right here. And you literally, like, it's good times. I'm telling you, it's good times. Did it stop me? You stinking kidding me? I didn't care. Just kept going. I was just like, oh my God, I almost got my head ripped off. But the whole thing is see this? It's the smile guy. It doesn't matter what you rip. It doesn't matter if you're a nitro lover. It doesn't matter if you love, two-stroke. It doesn't matter if you love four-stroke. It doesn't matter if you love, lipo, crawling. I'm not a crawler guy, but I've got 4 crawlers. Why? I have no idea. I don't even drive them. I don't even drive any of my Gen 8 Axe Edition. It's all ready to go, and I still haven't put a battery pack in it because I just can't. I don't even know why I bought it. I just bought it, I think, because it was another Redcat, like, pretty cool truck, you know? Maybe once I fire it up, maybe I'll think it's, you know, kind of neat, but I don't know, man. So I just got to jump in the chat and know I'm just kind of like, you know, blabbing, but I had a stinking blast today. And if it wasn't going to rain tomorrow, and I know I talk about, yeah, you know, even if it's raining, who cares? Just get out there and rip it. Well, not at Diamond Dust, man. At Diamond Dust, it is so cruel. I mean, that dust is just so, it gets wet and then it sticks on everything. When you look at the wheels of this Lasernut, the dirt that is still on these back tires are from Diamond Dust. I think. I'm pretty sure it is. Sure does look like the same dirt. And it's like stuck to the wheel. It's like I need to give the thing a hot bath. I don't know. Maybe it's from the beach. I can't remember. I think it was from Diamond Dust, though. Or maybe it was from the backyard. I don't know. I got to work on the Lasernut. So, Earl Moorhead, what's going on, guy? Tony made you. Tony made me buy. Tony made me buy what, the Lasernut? No, Tony definitely didn't. I made myself buy it just because of the DB Pro. Yeah, no. I even talked to Tony about his video, and I said, dude, you know, I said, your video is awesome. You definitely have a knack for being able to video a car, but did his, nah, because I didn't like the way the rear end was just, the rear end was constantly squatting. It looked gross. And at least now, I mean, when you can look at this thing now, I mean, it looks like a performer. You know, it's a beast. I have such a blast with this thing. And then I guess the good part is that now it's the DB Pro is my wife's. So the best part about that, yeah, see, you can see Daisy's right there. Hey, where's my finger? Right. Well, how come I can't even figure this out? Daisy's right there, and that's Haley right there. But yeah, I'm gonna right now. I'm actually gonna check. I'm gonna check the. I think I need to do like what other people do. Have like a big screen like right there. And the thing is, though, is I have a Mac, and everybody knows Macs are like kind of okay for stuff, but man, it feels like more times than not, a Mac is kind of like a pain in the neck. I'm just gonna check the video right now. And it actually, oh no, is that it? No, that's not it. That's why. Where is it? All right. So it looks like the video is still processing. Says it's 0% processing, but what I called it was it's called ARRMA Big Rock V3 versus ARRMA Outcast 8S at Diamond Dust. I don't know. I don't know how to title stuff. So, but I think that'll be all right. Right now, it is going to be in HD, which is 1080. It's 1080 at 120 frames per second. So that at least gave me the ability to slow a couple of things down to make it like, you know, look pretty good. So, and that's GoPro like stuff. So GoPro 1080 at 120 frames per second. It just gave it the ability to slow it down. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to jump on. I'm going to jump on the Lasernut because that's why I'm here. I'm here to swap over to a better hex and hopefully fix that that eyelet that's broken. I don't know if I've got one, but I do know that I've got a brand new parts DB Pro. That's why I dumped Horizon, man. Stupid little things, man. just because I'm one of the first ones to break my Lasernut, I don't get a warranty just because I was one of the first ones. And then literally everybody else is getting their stuff warranted, that same stuff that I broke. And it's like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, Horizon, man, you know what? You guys are garbage. You guys really are garbage. I don't need you guys. I got A-Main now. A-Main's going to have my money. So, all right. GRC, what's going on, guy? All right, so who's in the chat? We got RC Master, Jessica, GRC, Thomas Downey Jr., so Iron Man's here. Earl Moorhead's here. Let's see. 508 RC. We got Bushwalker. So I can't do anything about my Bostonian accent. It seems to be getting worse and worse the more I talk. I guess it's more the more I get comfortable talking into this thing right here. They got Sam and Sarah, JORC. Who's that guy? Who Denny 76. Hi from Oh, wow, New Zealand. RC is a great. It is. It is. And as far as it being an addiction, it can be just like every other addiction. You got to be careful. But yeah, it's definitely one of those ones that's more okay, because as long as, you know, you keep your money in check and don't go nuts, you'll be all right. It is easy to go nuts, though. Think about it, man. What do they come out with an RC? Like, how many RCs did they come out with last year? Even during stinking COVID. Chainsaw's here. Dylan Davis, what's going on, guy? Dwayne, what's happening, man? Sell one to me? Dwayne, I know exactly what you're talking about. I should just sell them all to you. Let's see. Kurt's RC. Lorne, what's going on, guy? I can tell he loved the X-Max. I mean, I want to. That's the bad part. I watch everybody else having a blast with their X-Max, and it literally seems like every time, because the every time is technically what, 3 times? Really? The 3 times I've been able to take that out, and it has not survived. Something has gone wrong. The first time, the little earrings came off, which obviously ultimately destroyed my rear bearings and melted my rear hubs. I didn't know. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. It was a brand new RC. Why should my bearings gone out in the first rip? And it wasn't even that diamond dust. And then the pinion slides off on the second one. And granted, that's really not a big deal, but then after the pinion sliding off, then I uncovered issues. You know, I'm realizing, all right, my front bearings are blown, my rear bearings are blown. I get the rear bearings. I don't understand the front bearings because seems like nobody else is having bearing issues. And then I went on the search for, you know, front oversized hub bearings because somebody named Earl Moorhead said that I had to have the Traxxas X-Max in my collection. But then he also said, if you're going to have it in your collection, you're going to want to go ahead and get the upgraded RPM rear hubs and bearings. And I'm like, well, why is that? I think it's brand new. Trust me, just get it. And then literally I was praying to try to find, you know, I was hoping RPM had, you know, front ones. And he was pretty confident that it did, but they didn't. And then magically, all of a sudden, after all my prayers, you know, go, come on, RPM, make something that, you know, the X-Max can, you know, live with. I mean, hey, Daisy, I don't think everybody wants to look at your butt. Yeah, I don't know. And then obviously the X-Max went out today, and it's getting there. It's getting there. The motor, the electronic system in it, not counting the servo, because I really don't know what's up with the servo. Seems like it's okay right now, but I've seen issues, and I had that recommender that told me I had to have the X-Max in my collection. He said that there's also an upgraded servo that I might want to consider getting. It's like, jeez, since when do you buy a new RC and literally have to have like a laundry list of stuff you need to get in order to make it rip? I laugh about it because I like to wrench. I do. I actually do. Do I like to rip it too? Yeah. Would I actually like to be able to rip the X-Max? Yeah, I'd love to find out like what everybody else is like talking about. I don't even know what anybody else is talking about. Everybody's like, oh, the X-Max is mint. And then obviously you got people say it's a piece of crap. So I don't know. I don't think the X-Max is a piece of crap. I just think maybe from my driving habits or my lack of driving skill that, you know, I probably need those upgrades, and I'll do it. I have parts on order. I actually have parts to fix the Outcast. So the Outcast broke. You'll see it in the video. I actually posted a picture to YouTube. That's what happened. Where that thing landed, pretty much, I didn't touch it. I literally, it's all on camera. Where that thing landed is where I took the picture, that snapshot that is on the thing there. So what I do need to do, though, is I do need to do the thumbnail. That's one thing that I didn't do. So once I do this video, I got to do the thumbnail for it, too. But let's see. J.O. Guy, you're running an X-Max? You're going to need it. J.O. Dude, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. And you know what? I absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. I am going to need that donation just for running an X-Max. Traxxas says there is no one having bearing issues. Right. Right. Just me. I'm the only one. Yep. Yes. RC Master 7K, dude. And I'm telling you right now, it's all of you guys that point blank did it. I don't know if you guys share my videos or whatever, but if you do, I definitely appreciate, you know, what you guys do for the channel, because I mean, I'm loving just literally the hobby. This brings a whole new like aspect to it, you know. Mike Jernak, Guy, dude, are you serious? Thank you. Congratulations on the 7,000 subs. Right. Dude, I'm pumped, man. Earl Moorhead actually blew past 6K a couple days ago. So Earl is gonna blow by my channel. I'm telling you. He's like, oh no, I won't. Like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. Go away. You're gonna fly right by my channel, which is awesome. Earl is, I'll tell you right now, Earl is really putting in the work. I mean, dude, let's put it this way. The amount of carbon footprint he's leaving behind. Gallon, dude, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I will put it to the X-Max. It's the X-Max Revival Fund. Just trash it. What's going on, Guy? Earl needs what to do a live stream. You know what? I've talked to him about that, and he kind of like, he's not into it. He's not into the live stream. No, Parsi guy. Well, you know, we'll have to do it. We'll have to do a collaboration. We'll have to do the Earl and Guy show. That could be something, man. I'm telling you, the Earl and Guy show, East Coast versus West Coast. The Earl and Guy show. What was that? Well, Drive Sport X-Max 2. This guy makes. Oh, how come it's not working? What do you mean, try again? Michael Kenny, I tried to actually make that active, but it's like it's showing an error. I can't change that. J.O. Guy. Come on, Guy. You get Mitchell. Guy, you guys are killing the chat donations. Mitchell, J.O. Holy smokes, Gallon. Hope Gallon. I know I'm saying gallon like gallon of milk. Hopefully I'm not breaking your name. Super Drake, what's going on, Guy? Your IG is taking off, but YouTube needs someone to edit my material. I hate editing. Not if you hate soldering. I hate editing like Super Drake. Guy, I'm trying to like figure out what you're trying to say. Think you're typing too fast. Jess, thank you. Yeah, and Earl, absolutely. Yeah, if you watch Earl and my channel, they've been like going at a pretty good clip, which is, I mean, I'm thankful, man. I'm psyched. Mike GENERAC, Hot Hoopty, what's going on, Guy? They make two-piece drive shaft for the X-Max now. Right. Somebody was trying to put that somebody I think was trying to put the eBay number in there, but it won't. It keeps showing error, so it won't actually let me put it in. And I think it's because eBay might eBay. YouTube might have a block on certain, like I know you can't do links and stuff like that like you used to be able to. Or at least like you can't even click on anybody's name anymore. Yeah, you can't even, like, I can't even click on any of your guys' names. Riffraff, Guy, what's going on, Guy? Volunteered to run your cars at Make-A-Wish events. Dude, Thomas Downey Jr., that is awesome. Now that's good. That's a good idea, man. That is definitely a good idea. Good for you, Guy. That's, yeah, when people do stuff like that, that's pretty cool, man. Michael, yeah, Michael. You put the full link, right? I don't know. I have no idea. Michael, take out the bad words. I don't think there are any bad words in it, though. All he said was might well buy drive shaft support for X-Max too. This guy makes, but I don't know if that's why. Literally, I can't even show it on my end. Like, it just says error. JK Jeeps, what's going on, Guy? Riff to the Raff. Riffraff, Guy. Are you kidding me? Thank you. Dude, that's totally the X-Max fun, I'm telling you. All right. Well, Philip, what's going on, Guy? All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to show you what I came up with for a hex. And I do believe it's actually going to work. So shows error on your end too, right? You know what it could be? It could be some kind of an issue with YouTube and 2021, because I'll tell you right now, since 2020 and then the change over to 2021, my Ecobee thermostats are no longer connected to my Alexa. So now when I ask Alexa to change the temperature or whatever, or to ask what the temperature is in a certain room, now she doesn't, well, now Alexa does not tell me anymore. Is she listening? Like this. I should be able to ask this. Alexa, what's the temperature in the living room?
The living room temperature is 65 degrees.
Okay. How did that work? Because when I asked it before, it wasn't working. It point blank said that you don't have an account like associated. Alexa, what's the temperature upstairs?
The upstairs temperature is 64 degrees.
Well, it must have been a glitch because now it's fixed. J.O., dude, are you okay? Are you... J.O., dude. I can't let off. Just one up me. It's all right, J.O. I think you're definitely one upped everybody. Mendez, what's going on, guy? Dutch. She was, yeah, dude, I think she was on a break. She just said no thanks. Robert, what's happening? I didn't find a device named you. Just set up my Alexa. All right. Yeah, I know. It's funny how that happens. Like when you say it, because obviously all the Alexas, hear the name Alexa, and unless you got it changed, because that device also has, hey, computer. She's not like to that. Riff to the Raff. Dude. J.O., I think Riff Raff just killed you right there. I agree with Atari. I agree. My Atari isn't working since 2021, right? Yep. There's a couple of people that used to be regulars in here that don't seem to be in here right now. Big Muscle's not here. We also had, I know Chainsaw's here, but we had Asterion. Asterion is like one of my, Asterion is actually literally one of my original subscribers. I think he found my channel when I did my first videos with my crawler, I think. Back when I used to, do crawler stuff. Which is crazy. I don't do crawler stuff, but I have 4 crawlers. I don't know. How about that LMT? How about that? So if you guys checked out Earl Moorhead's video for the LMT, definitely gives you a more, I guess, basher impression of a good truck. The Losi LMT, and I don't have one, but I can tell it is a good truck. Like, I mean, this LMT, in my opinion, from what I've seen, it looks like a real good truck, man. But from a basher's perspective, yeah. No. I mean, it's definitely a cool truck. Definitely is. If I had like maybe money to throw away, and I don't mean that in a bad way, because everybody knows that, obviously I love Losi. I got my banner right on my table, my new table. And I've got so many Losis. And why do I like Losi or love Losi? Because, well, a couple reasons. When I was a kid, man, Losi was like way out of my price range. My 3rd or 4th RC car was a combination. It was a Losi. I called it a scratch built or a bin built, because I bought individual pieces to create the Losi vehicle that I ended up going 56.2 miles an hour on an 8.4 cell hump pack. I think it was an 8.4 with a Futaba speed controller. May have been Futaba, or might have been when I switched over to Novak, because I think I was having issues with my Futabas with the MOSFETs desoldering and popping out during my races. I think I switched over to Novak, and that's when I think I may have gotten the 56.2. Granted, there was no steering. It was literally just straight. And it was by a cop's radar gun. So which was that was awesome. 56.2 back in I think it was like 1991 or 2 or somewhere around there. Can't remember. But I called it the JRX Pro. Losi JRX Pro. I still have it, which is crazy. You know what's nuts? How is it that I have that car, but I don't have my 2 RC10 gold pans, and I don't have my Kyosho Ultima? Like, I don't even... There's a block of time that is just like gone. And I have no idea what happened with those cars. I kept thinking to myself, did I? Like, I mean, I remember where I had them last. But like the transition, like, I just don't know what happened to them. Did I literally just leave them wherever they were and just literally moved on with my teenage life? I'm thinking that's the possibility. So I don't know, man. Tony beat on the LMT really hard. Right. And everything and held up. Right. Right, Mitchell, you got a techno kit. Techno needs to hurry up with their release. Barry King, what's going on, guy? From 81. V2 Vids beats the crap out of his LMT as well. Right. Right. But also, it's also that type of driving too. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, the V2 Vids guy, he's a real monster truck driver. Tony, like, I swear Tony lives and breathes monster truck, you know, type stuff. So they already have an affinity for it. And I think that's what probably helps them with that. And the individual that I spoke with concerning the LMT, we were both in agreement. It's a great truck. Really is a great truck. But possibly from certain, you know, basher, thrasher stand, you know, point or view, it might be something that you'll get bored of fairly quick because you can only do just so many backflips. You can only do so many, you know, moonwalks. But, you know, those people that like even do the class racing, and as far as I understand, by listening to, you know, what, you know, Tony literally salivates when he talks about the LMT. When he works on any of his monster trucks, he's got like a napkin and he's like wiping his face because he absolutely loves them. And I think I'm saying on my aspect of it, you know, I got the dual bib on. When you see the video, man, you tell me. Trash bag just trash bag's just not working for me right now. I'm trying to work with trash bag and those parts that I've got coming now to hopefully revive trash bag once again. I will blame myself for the reason why it broke, though. It is my fault. It is my fault. Does it rip? Oh my God. That power system that I put in there? No, it's not a 500S system, but it also doesn't need it. The power system that's in it is exactly what it needs. The gearing, not so much. It is so undergeared right now, meaning it's got a lot of torque. It's one of those things where I think if I grabbed a hold of those wheels and if I gave that trigger full pull, that I think those wheels would probably rip right out of my hand. That's how undergeared it is right now. It definitely needs more gearing to be able to get some speed out of it. But it was ripping. It really, really was. It just, I had an incident and it was kind of like my neglect. And it almost happened to the Big Rock too. And it almost happened to the Outcast. You know, although I hate to say it though, I don't think the Outcast would have broke. I really don't think the Outcast would have broke with what broke the X Max. For some reason, I just feel like the Outcast is. I just feel like the Outcast. I mean, it is different, but I feel like the Outcast is just like a little different. So, all right. Keith, best thing to happen so far 2021. Like, what is the best thing to happen so far for 2021? For me? Right now? Because of A Main, let's put it this way. Because of A Main, today I had a stinking blast with the ARRMA Big Rock. So if you're asking me, Keith, like what's the best thing so far that's happened for 2021 in the RC world? The Big Rock. And I know that's crazy. Maybe you're saying that the LMTs are the biggest thing to happen. Big Black dragging the X Max to the bash spot is no excuse. It didn't hold up right. X Max should last as nice as you've been to it. Right. I mean, come on. I keep the thing clean. I put it in the dishwasher, high heat, pot and pan. I clean it. You know what I mean? I treat that thing like a queen. That's the queen of my RC collection, not the king. That's the queen. I don't even think it's the queen. It's like the jester. I think there we go. My Traxxas X-Max is the jester of my collection. It's constantly laughing at me. Hey, guy, you actually think I'm going to rip today? No. Jess, I agree with you. Big Rock was my favorite. Jess, I got to tell you right now, I wish you could take your Big Rock to a place like Diamond Dust. I think you would just say, oh my God, because that's literally what I was saying. That Diamond Dust has so much to offer. Diamond Dust has also changed. So they've been doing a lot of excavation at Diamond Dust. So remember that big hill that I said initially was like 2, maybe 3 stories or whatever? That is literally now 4 to 4.5 stories high. It could even be 5. I didn't bring a tape measure to figure it out. But when you're far away, that cliff there's no justice. I should probably take Big Black and park it next to that. That's what I'll do. I'll take, because when this RC car is over there, the Outcast looks this big. On film, this is how big the Outcast looks to the mountain that's over there now. Was totally out of frame. But yeah, to the mountain. The Outcast looks like this. It looks like a little car. It doesn't even look like a Matchbox car. Looks like one of those little micro cars. But I should take Big Black and just park it like right there. Oh, and the Outcast gave a good run trying to get to the top of basically an almost, I want to say it's this angle, an almost completely vertical like thing. Like it's like a massive monolith kind of looking thing. When you walk up to it and you just look up, you're just like, oh my God, this is like huge. You almost feel like what would happen if like it decided to fall on you. But just from the break-offs off the top, there's been sections breaking off. Oh, and what's also cool is to see the layers or the years of dirt movement. Like there's it's almost like looking at a tree, like tree rings. And that's what I think is cool. And hopefully I was able to catch it on camera. But there's actually, it's actually 3, I think, layers of soil. So you'll have like sand, and then there'll be like this rocky layer. And then on top of the rocky layer, there's soil. And then there's more sand, like layers of sand. And then there'll be like another like rock and soil level. And then there was another one like slightly above that. It was it was really interesting looking at that, because then you start to like wonder, because you know the big machines that they've got there, they've never had those machines there before ever. So to see those layers, you're literally looking at time. Like the ground that I'm standing on right now, like not here, but over there, how old is it? Do you know what I mean? Like, how old is the ground that literally I'm standing on just based upon all those layers of years? Yeah, it was pretty, it was cool, man, to think like that, you know? Get the video out. What are you doing, guy? Can't wait for the video sign. Right. You had a, what you had a, I had a blast? Yes, I absolutely did. Demo, what's going on, guy? In the snow. It was drifting, power sliding, awesome on the snow. I now have a fetish for drifting in the snow. Oh, dude, the snow is awesome. It's definitely a blast to have a good rip in the snow. I'm going to check it right now, see how it's doing. It's my mouse. All right. YouTube Studio. Ah, it's ready. It's ready to go. I just got, what I have to do is I have to go through, I got to do the end screen, which, what can I do for an end screen? A Mad Van end screen? Yeah. So you'll hear the end of it. Thanks for coming. We'll see you on the next one. Yeah, that's it. Save. All right. So end screen. Don't forget to watch those ads. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to give a thumbs up if you like it. And then I know, I'm sorry, maximum monetization. I'm not doing the post videos anymore. The post ads. I'm not doing those anymore. Those are stupid. The video's over. Why? Like that was dumb. Or maybe I should for the extra revenue. But don't forget to watch some ads every once in a while. You know, watch an ad, maybe click on it. Could be something good. You know, hair growth stuff, fat pills. I don't know what's on the I will say there are some good ads on there. So now the only other thing that I need to, that's actually not a bad thing there, but I do want to change the thing here. All right. So make sure this is all saved. All right. So this is what so I have a couple of pictures on here. I have a couple of pictures that I took, and I don't know what to put for a picture for it. That's my dilemma. So I had taken a couple of nice pictures. Like, here's one of the pictures that I took. That one right there. I was thinking about maybe using that picture. Why is there focus not there? Oh, it's looking at the stupid. This is actually focused, but it's not focusing on it. Come on. Focus. There we go. So I was thinking about using that picture maybe, because that one seems kind of good. I'll show you. I'll show you what happened to Trash Bag. There's Trash Bag right there. Poor Trash Bag. All right. Here's the outcast. Poor thing. Here's the outcast. Dude, I don't know. That was a 2.5 story jump. Well, actually, I should say that was a 2.5 story landing. And I'm the one that wrecked that. But I got like, I took like a couple, like there's that picture too. I wish it would stop focusing on my face and focus on this. What is wrong with this camera? That's in focus. It's just not focusing on it. See what it's doing? It's focusing on the stupid camera. It's focusing on the reflection. There we go. I was thinking maybe using that one. And the only reason why I say that is because in reality, the only two vehicles that are technically in this video are the Outcast and the Big Rock. So I may use this one. I know, poor Trash Bag. I know. Trash Bag has actually kind of been renamed. So Trash Bag has actually been renamed to, I'll give you the preview. So this is the preview for Trash Bag. Right there. X-Max, Trash Bag Reborn to Crash Bag. So I think I'm renaming the truck Crash Bag. And then this was the juiced up one for the Outcast. Just a very slight touch of color enhancement. Come on. It just won't focus, man. Come on. Focus on there. Nah, it won't focus on it. I think I'll use that other one. I think I'll use the... I could use this one. This looks like an Earl shot. Doesn't that look like an Earl collection? Everything is broken. That looks like an Earl shot right there. Maybe I should use that. That just looks like a junkyard. Dude, that totally looks like a junkyard. Doesn't it? I think maybe I'll use that one. Yeah, I think I'll use that one. That one looks like a junkyard. Even though the X-Max isn't ripped in that particular video, there are references to the X-Max, so maybe I'll be safe and people won't call me clickbait. Because you know how that goes. Dude, you're such a clickbaiter. All right. So I'm just going to punch up the color a little bit. I'm going to give it a vignette. And then, so this is what it gets posted like. So right there, that's what it gets posted like. It's just a very slight touch up of color punch is what I do to it. And then I usually give it a vignette to get, because the outsides of the corners of the picture are usually like blown out. They're like brighter. So what I'll do is I'll go into Instagram. I'll tune up the picture a little bit in Instagram just for a thumbnail. And then I'll go into the other thing, PixArt. I'll go into PixArt. And then that's where I'll put like the wording. So she put it like the RC graveyard. Or the RC junkyard. Yeah, I think I like the RC junkyard. RC guy garage junkyard. I think that's what it's going to be called. RC guy garage. Click. Oh. Alexa, is junkyard one word or two? I think it's one.
Junkyard is usually written as one word.
I should have known that. You know, sometimes you gotta wonder, like, is a word like two words or one? The RC Guy Garage Junkyard. God. You know what? Did I use a font? Oh man. I hate it when it does that. So then what I usually do is I screenshot it, I crop it, I save it, and then jump out of there, go into YouTube Studio, go into the studio, find my video, which, there we go, find the video. So that's the picture that they decided that they wanted to put on, which isn't a bad picture, but it's not what I want. So then I'll hit edit, custom thumbnail, bam, RC Guy Garage Junkyard, and then bam, RC Guy Garage Junkyard. And I'll click public. Make sure max monetization is on. No. All right. And I think that's it. Add to a playlist. We'll add it to that. And I'm going to add it to the ARRMA Bash and Blast. I can't really put it on the Traxxas, but I can put 5th scale. What else? I should have a Diamond Dust thing on here. I don't have a Diamond Dust. But done. And now it should be ready to rip. It is 1080 HD, so if you watch it and it looks grainy, make sure you check your settings in YouTube to make sure you check your settings in YouTube to make sure you view it at 1080 or whatever, the highest resolution that you can see. And hey, look at that. I got a gnat on it already. Yeah. At Diamond Dust, baby. All right. All right, so I'm going to end, well, not end the live stream, but I'm literally going to go in and start actually working on the Lasernut. Because that was literally, I don't want people to be like, oh, you know, you didn't even work on the Lasernut. You didn't work on the Lasernut, guy. I'm never coming again. All right. So the Lasernut. What do I not like about this RC so far? So initially I didn't like the rear tire. So it got its wing conversion. That was first. Then right along with that wing conversion was throwing on these Redcat Racing Kaijus. And these are the perfect, at least for me, these are the perfect tire for this monster nut. This is now called the monster nut. This thing, for me, has been awesome. Now, once I take off these hexes, so I'll blast this off so you can see what I'm talking about. Once I take off those hexes, I'm going to switch over to the hex that I want. So what's on here is, I want to say it's a very inexpensive. It was an inexpensive fix that I guess wasn't perfect. I mean, we're dealing with a vehicle that was never intended to have, you know, these kind of heavy tires on here anyway. But I think this was part of the flaw in my setup, was this barrel here. I just don't think that this had enough strength. It kind of did the job, but it kept on backing off. So therefore, that's out of here. It did make it so that I could have the 17 millimeter hexes or put on 17 millimeter wheels, but it just, and that's the hard part about releasing something that I felt was good, because at the time ripping it, it did pretty good. But I guess now I'm the next SBR 2.0, or I'm the next Traxxas trash bag in the world of recommending parts, because I mean, as tried, it did work, but then it didn't work anymore. So this was the setup. I am going to leave the Hobao Hex on here. So this is a Hobao Hex. I'm leaving that in place. But what I am doing is I'm getting rid of this scenario right here. It just isn't strong enough, I think, for what I am trying to accomplish, I guess is what I'm saying. Is that it just, you know what I mean? It works, but it's not perfect. Probably use this for something else that's not going to be bashed as hard. That's a possibility. But what I decided to go with was from Hot Racing. Hot Racing has this right here, and I'm not gonna leave any part numbers right now. I'm fairly confident this is gonna work, but I was also fairly confident this was gonna work, and it kind of did. But this seems stronger. The components that are in here that tie on to this definitely seem strong. I had opened up the pack just to view it, like to get my eyes on it, and I realized that this setup, this is the way to go, because this is giving it a much flatter, stronger surface than this little piece did. See how that piece really doesn't have a flat surface? It was kind of relying on this section, but I think what was happening is I think it was bending right here. Now yeah, you know what? I remember now. So it was this piece that was bending. This is not going to bend. If anything, the thing that would bend next would be the axle. And if the axle bends, then that was deserved. That means I was driving like a piece of crap. So, but this is obviously going to go into there. Well, it goes in this way. And I'll Loctite it, and everything about this just seems stronger. So I'm not going to do any links or anything until I know that this is going to work. In your region, all you see are Mercedes, Porsche, and Lamborghini ads. Hey, nothing wrong with that, guy. Definitely nothing wrong with that. I still am, like I said, I'm leaving this hex in place because it needs this little hex, this extended hex. This is a Hobao Hex. This is actually going to stay in place. There's no issue with this hex whatsoever. It just bumped it out, I think, an extra 2 millimeters. I think that's how much it bumped it out. And what it does is it keeps that away from the hub. So there's, let's see. That's the other thing I noticed too. My servo is getting stuck. Come on. Come on. Move the other way. So with that Hobao Hex, it gives enough room in between the hub and the actual adapter. So I'm going to stay with that. But what I am going to do is I'm obviously going to Loctite this piece on. And this is from Hot Racing, but I can't recommend it until I actually rip it. I'm going to rip this at Diamond Dust. So once I rip this thing at Diamond Dust, that's kind of going to be the proof. If it doesn't survive Diamond Dust or if something else breaks and the hex doesn't break, then it'll probably be like a recommendation kind of thing. I just hate steering somebody the wrong way. It's something that really bugs me. So, and I hate it when, you know, I do that. I feel it's wrong. All right, look, ready? Yeah. Do you see her? What? What's your issue? Huh? Yeah, I know. What do you want? What? See your whole body? What? My God. All right. I'm going to let her out. She might need to go out. Come on, we'll go out. You literally just want to be in my lap. I'm not having you in my lap. Go. Come on. I'll let you out. You're not going to be in my lap. You're too big now. Come on. Let's go. Get out of the way. Go the other way. Come on. You ready? Go ahead. Go ahead. So today was like 46 degrees. So I don't think it was really hard on the plastics. Probably would have been nicer if it was 70, you know, like over in Cali. That nice Cali weather. We don't get that benefit. So I do believe this is going to work. I hope. I'm going to put a little drop in here too. Just a tiny little drop. I believe that's going to bite. And it also gives it a nice offset too. That actually feels better. And this is Hot Racing, so Hot Racing does make some pretty good stuff, man. What I had noticed too was, granted, this isn't knurled, right? It's not a knurled nut. Why is she barking now? Come on. Daisy. Stop. Too late for you to be barking outside. She likes to do that. Where was I? With these Hot Racing nuts, it almost feels like when I go to screw this on, it almost feels like there's Teflon, like a Teflon ring that's in there, because it will get to a certain point and it just has like that feeling of has a feeling of quality. And that might sound weird to say, but it does. It feels like it has such a smooth way of going on that this piece doesn't have. This was obviously a more inexpensive setup. This does not have that same kind of like, and granted, yeah, these are used, but when you spin this versus spinning this one just feels nice and smooth. I am going to put still a little drop of Loctite on there, just for peace of mind. So I'm just going to put a drop right here, just like that. I'm going to make sure I put it over. Take the nut, throw that on there. I take the nut and I'm going to throw that on there. Going to try to thread it on. No, cross-threading it. Come on. You're not going to be in my lap, Daisy. Stop. It just has such a different feel. See, do you understand? Like, here, I'm trying to get you to look. What? Daisy, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, you're not going to be in my lap. Stop it. All right. Let's see. I had a nice 17 over here. Thought I did. These things, I don't like these that much. My God, stop trying to be in my lap, puppy. So, good enough. And that's what it looks like right there. So, I definitely feel like this is probably going to be the ticket for this. Granted, like I said, I felt like this was the ticket last time too, but it just wasn't. It wasn't the ticket. So you can just see the difference too with how easily this stuff is coming apart. I mean, there's definitely a difference in quality. You know what I mean? That surface area, it's just literally not enough. It worked, but it's just not enough. There we go. I don't know. Not enough. It wasn't good enough. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit of Loctite on there. Grab one of the new hot racing adapter things here. Load it onto the wrench. I'm going to take another little drop of Loctite and just kind of put it right on there. I'm going to make sure this doesn't come apart. I just feel like it's going to... See, I want to do it this way. Just because. Just get an overall better bite out of it. There we go. And I like really feel that's going to be the ticket, man. Such a simple little thing to do. And these Kaiju wheels, these things are tanks. Look at the way that wheel is supported inside. That is a massive amount of support. There we go. Nice and easy. Yeah, I think these were the ones that got bent, definitely. So isn't that crazy? It wasn't even really the axle that got bent. Yeah, it was literally this piece. This is the piece right here. I remember now. I actually had to look at, see how it's buckled? See right there? I actually straightened it because it got buckled. Wow, my hands are a mess. Well, see, when you do like mechanics and stuff, this is what your hands look like. When you do any kind of like construction, mechanics, this is what your hands look like. They look like junk. Even when you work on, RC cars and stuff, you get cut all the time. The little edges of the plastic body can cut you. Jess, we'll see you later. Guy, have a good one. That was probably late, wasn't it? She said goodbye a long time ago, I think. Bob Wells, what's going on, Guy? So we'll take out the last couple pieces here. So do the same thing. Put a little bit of Loctite on there. Have this all prepped up. It's a little bit more than a little bit. Put a little drop on here. Let's see. It's always a 50-50 shot here. Do I have it right? Hey, look at that. Got it right this time. I am putting a pretty good crank on it too, because I don't want that coming off. I'm putting a pretty good amount of crank on that. A good amount of crank. That's what it's called. So now the other tire I'm going to leave off so I can work on the broken shock, I think. There we go. Looking snazzy right there. So this is the side that my wife broke, and she was like all freaked out and apologetic, and I was just like, honey, don't worry about it. You kidding me? That means you're actually learning to drive. I was totally fine with it. She was freaking out like I was mad. It was like, no. It's like, geez, what's wrong with you? No. I was happy to have her out there ripping it. She actually almost went with me today too. It was just a little, she was wiped out. It was just a little bit too cold for her. Me, I pretty much could have been out there in t-shirt and shorts, but that's because I've got a couple extra pounds here of insulation, I call it. She doesn't have much insulation. All right. Yeah, these things are mint. These wheels are great. And I leave the stickers on there. Why not? I like Redcat. I think it looks cool. So I'll take that off and I'll just prep it. Yeah, this one's bent. This one is bent. This is possibly also from the crash. Maybe. It kind of felt bent. Maybe it's not. But this is one that I should have straightened too. If it'll focus on it. You can see how it's deformed. It's not smooth like the other ones. Come on, focus on the thing here. Come on. It doesn't go as smooth into the hole here. There's a little bit of binding. So, but like I said, I could use these probably on something else that's a 12 that I need to extend out a little bit. Technically, I could actually use these on the Mad Van, couldn't I? I actually could. If I wanted to put 17s on the Mad Van, I could use this. Put this on the Mad Van. I do like the Mad Van. It's a fun little ripper. Mike, see you later, guy. So load up the tool. A little bit of Loctite on there. That's a little more Loctite than I wanted. $50-50 shot. Did I get it the right way? Nope. Batting 1,000. Come on. Get off there. It's on there nice. And for now, I'll just leave this off so I can fix this shock. So all it did is just break the shock end. So, and look at that, loose up there too. So I got to tighten that up. This is another thing that I've noticed at the Losis, both the Lasernut and the DB Pros, these rear shocks get loose, the shock shafts. And you know what's funny? This is the same exact side that were loose that I lost the lock nut on my DB Pro. It's the same stinking side. So you got to go in from that side, which is kind of a pain in the neck because the cage is in the way, right? I think the cage is in the way. Yeah. Now it's not in the way. All right. So I'm just going to get a Allen on that, which I think is a 2. Trying not to get my head in the way of the camera here. And yep, it's a 2. And then you need like a little thing there. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the shock off. Oh, man. Oh. Tell you, that is the other thing about this. With this flip top body, it makes a couple of things hard to work on. So what I've learned on these particular nuts was, even though it's a nylock, I will I'll put Loctite on it anyway. Oh, is that bent? I think that's bent. Yeah, it's bent. That's awesome. So that screw's bent, so I'm going to see if I can just unbend it. So let's see. It won't reach. All right. What do we got here? Maybe some needle nose, grab that. That works. Who Rock 305? What's going on, guy? Working on the Lasernut. Yes. Rift to the RAF. Gotta switch. Now, should be enough to be able to grab that. And you spin both ends. So I'll end up thread locking this as well. It's just a regular tiny little nylock. I'll thread lock this one, but this screw is obviously bent. See that? So I'm going to take some of that bend out of there. It's literally bent right where the lock nut was. So right here you can actually see it's kind of telegraphed on there. So this is obviously where the shock tower is. So basically the shock tower goes from there to there. Focus. And see that white section right there? That's where the lock nut was, right there. And then where it's bent is literally right here. So right after the lock nut, where obviously the shock was able to put a tweak on it, is where it's bent up. So I'm going to attempt to straighten this. What I should do is probably put a nut back on there, but it'll be all right. As long as I don't gall up the threads that are right here, it should be okay. Looks like it's getting close. How do I show you? it's not that close. Felt like it was closer than that. But you can see it's bent down right there. So should be able to do. Give it a little crank. And hopefully not go in the opposite direction. That's not bad. I could have left it. That's a little better. I can live with that. It's actually rotating. It looks like I did nothing. It did move. Did I literally bend it the other way? I might have bent it too far. Crap. All right. I'm going to put another little tweak on it. I may have bent it too far. All right. Perfect. Now it looks like an S. Good enough. That's it. I'm fired. All right. So I'm going to put a little bit of thread lock on those threads right there. So you can see it coming through right here. Right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put thread lock right in there and just have this nylock wound down right onto it. By the time I get it down there, it'll probably like, the thread lock will be dry. So I'm just going to put a little dab right there. Like that. And then thread that little bad boy back on there. Damn, grasshopper legs get right in the way, didn't they? Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to have to get a wrench instead of using this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it tight enough. It's still bent. Looks terrible. Then again, that's tight. So now that's all set. Now I'm going to just kind of pop this apart. See what's going on here. Seems good. All right. So I'm going to do now, I'm obviously going to check to see if there's even fluid in this thing. Might be a good idea. The DB Pro looks terrible. I got to fix that for my wife because that is hers. There's a little bit of air in there. It's so minimal though. It's very, very minimal. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it alone. The air in there is so minimal. I'm not even worried about it. All right. So the only thing that I don't know is exactly what type of eyelet thing that is. So I'm going to pop off the screw. It's on the lower control arm. Whatever. And I'm going to see if I can find an eyelet to fit. All right. Come on. Here we go. So I'm basically just going to find an eyelet to fit this little ball end. So I'm going to very carefully just give this a twist off. And it was pretty much right to where the threads were buried. So I'm going to attempt to find something that should accept this ball end, I hope. But this is how it broke. Now that looks like that's deserved. I wonder if that's broken right on a seam, because boy, that sure does look like it's like literally in half, doesn't it? It looks like it's literally in half. But I'm going to see if I can find something to fit. If not, I will just steal from the poor Parts DB Pro. don't even know if this is even gonna work. Kind of almost looks like it might. It's definitely not of the same quality. I can tell you that. But it might get this thing back out there. Maybe that's the point. Yeah, definitely not the same quality. Holy smokes. I get literally already just stripped out. Yeah, definitely not the same quality here. But at least it'll get back on there. I do not, apparently I do not have what's needed. So bummer. It doesn't seem like it's pulling off. I don't know if it's going to be the same size either. So could be an issue. But here's also a reason why you don't run in salt. Because of orange. See the orange? Watch. Nice and clean, right? Nice orange springs. Not supposed to be orange. Definitely should have washed this thing off after taking it near the running it in beach sand water was definitely not wise. The DB Pro actually is way worse than this thing. So, but I think I need to order some Losi ends here. The problem with that is, yeah, this piece already fell off. Don't know how long this is going to last. But I'm not afraid. I'll take this thing to Diamond Dust as is. I have that much confidence in this thing. Yeah, it might not be long enough. That was something else I didn't think of too. Dang it. That rod might not be long enough. Yeah, look at that. Looks like it might be long enough, but it's not going in. It will. Little persuasion. Definitely not the same quality as the Losi, but we'll see. Here we go. Oh, you know what? I should have put that on first because of the angle. Dang it. It's too steep of an angle because the screw is so long. The shock really needs to go on first, then put that in its place. There we go. And here we go. Oh, missed it. Edward RC, what's going on, guy? Kaiju do not look nice, but a lot of mass for those axle shafts. I broke several. Mojave tires seem to work the best. Dude, this thing, I have ripped this at a place called Diamond Dust, man. And with this setup, this thing drives awesome. I'm very happy with how this thing has turned out. Maybe I could be just lucky. It could be the luck of the draw. I might be just lucky with this one. I have no center diff issues. This thing has been to the beach. This has been to Diamond Dust. It's been jumped, smashed, trees, everything. And this thing just keeps going like the Energizer Bunny. There we go. Now I think, to be honest with you about this, this is where I think that there's a little bit of a disconnect or a negative. So if this thing would focus on the right thing. So right here is where I feel is part of the weak point. So they used a nylock, right? Now think about this. Does this make sense? They used a nylock. The nylock does not have a flat surface to go against the shock flat surfaced eyelet. Why did they do that? They did that because they're cheap. They used a nylock that doesn't have a flat surface right there to go up against a flat surfaced eyelet extension shock whatever piece. And that's where I feel there's a little bit of a flaw with this thing. I'm going to put just a little bit of thread lock on there. I could have the unicorn. The unicorn of Lasernuts. I did break a front one, but that was a flaw in the metal. Now it's just with the regular original tires and wheels, which ticked me off. All right, there we go. Lasernuts ready to rip another day. Very happy. This is a good truck. Or buggy. This is definitely a good buggy. Oh, I still have a battery pack plugged in there? No way. Whoops. My God. This has been months. Crap. Oh, no. That was dumb. Don't do stuff like that, by the way. Don't leave your nice HRB graphene battery packs in there to die. Crap. I'm gonna do what you're not supposed to do. I'm gonna plug this into a charger right now to check to see if this thing is even still alive. There shouldn't have been any draw on it, but watch, maybe the switch was on. That would have been that would be awesome. I'm not sure where my cell checker is. I think it's outside in my jacket. So I'm not even going to bother with a cell checker. I'm just going to plug it in. See what happens. If I can reach. Power cord. All right. Let's see what we have. Oh, I can't believe I did this. This was a long time ago that this thing broke. Oh, no. And don't use alligator clips. Just don't. Don't do anything that I do. All right. Channel 2. Watch it be dead. Lipo. Now see how I have my charger set up? No, you can't. Why can't you? Why is it too bright? It's too bright. There we go. It's set up at 10 amps. Wow. Look at that. Across the board, even. Oh, that's a beautiful sight. That makes me happy. Never leave your batteries in your RCs like that. Fortunately, this was basically, this must have gone down. I mean, the only reason why my wife stopped driving this thing was point blank because it broke. So literally, it was actually at that point of basically a storage charge. So I'm just going to leave it as is. It's very happy. That is awesome. Very happy to see that. This is a great battery. And to have destroyed this for being foolish, that would have been a bad thing. So this is I get my batteries, my HRB batteries from HRB USA. This is a HRB USA graphene battery pack, 6,500 milliamps, 65C at 4S. So it's a good pack. This is a hard pack. It's a brick. Fits the Lasernut perfect. And I'm not going to charge this tonight. I'll charge this tomorrow morning. But yeah, this is a nice little battery pack right here. So very happy to see that my bonehead maneuver of not checking the RC and making sure that I handled it right. Obviously, I put it away like I didn't care about it. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Just don't do stuff like that. Do as I do. Do as I do, not as I say. How about that one? Don't do as I do. I'm not a good example. All right. Get this out of here. So what else? The Traxxas Max. The Traxxas Max is also going to be going to Diamond Dust. What I think I will do right now that I'm done with the Losi, I'm going to clean up a little bit, and I'm going to drag in the Mad Van so that we can inspect and then see exactly what I need to get this Mad Van rolling again. And maybe we can check out those 17 millimeter hexes for the Mad Van. Overkill. So I'm just going to clean up this garbage. Go grab another cup of coffee. So I do have an extra set of RPM bearings. Not that I needed them. Also, I'm going to show you two things. If you've got a GoPro, I'm going to show you two chargers that you might want to consider grabbing. I've been using these two types of chargers very consistently. So this one right here usually is full of batteries, but this is my GoPro power bank or power block that basically stays plugged in 24/7 on a little trickle charger, type of deal. It doesn't need a big power block. It's just on just a trickle charger. And what I do is every single time before I go out, I pop out one of these batteries and I'll pop it in a camera. So right now I run 3 GoPros. I have 2 GoPros that are kind of like a standby GoPro, but I run 3 GoPros, and I usually try to have the GoPros with me just in case. But therefore, I also normally will have 3 fully charged batteries ready to rip. Then I'll take the batteries, throw them in here. Now, if I didn't go ahead and use this one right here, this is the one that I use for docking. I use this. This is like a travel one. So basically the same scenario. It's got like computer technology in here. And then this also has 3 batteries in here that are fully charged. So this one works the same way, except this one you can take and stick in your pocket. Okay. So this one right here, these batteries would be fully charged. These 3 packs will go into my 3 GoPros. Then I have a fully powered up bank of another 3 batteries just in case. And like I said, this one goes in the pocket, stays nice and, stays closed. But this is by Max Cam, and I forget what this one is right there. I usually leave links in the description for all this stuff, but this is the way I go. Benchtop, pocket, travel case. All right, Lasernuts out of here. This also does have a game changer fan in there. So right up there. The only fans that I use as of right now are Game Changer RC cooling fans. They work phenomenally. This one's actually mounted to the body by 2 screws and a little bit of silicone, and it gets its airflow basically through that driver. The passenger. The passenger's all drilled out so that it gets fresh air right through the back, the sides, everything. So that's how this motor gets cooled in this thing. So I'll probably end up hitting this thing with some WD because we got some orange happening there. Orange in the servo saver. There's orange all over the place. Really shouldn't have left that battery pack in there like that. That was horrible. But this thing's mint. This also has a non-Losi light bar because the original light bar blew out of it like pretty soon after. I also on the top just put washers just to, I guess, kind of help keep this top on. So instead of the heads busting through on this section, because I have a tendency to sometimes land on the roof and crash into trees and stuff, and it could possibly grab the edge of this. I just put washers on there, just kind of like keep that top in place. All right. Mad Van. So this is the Kyosho Phaser MK2 Mad Van. The only mods so far on this thing were it's got drilled slotted rotors on all four corners, and basically all that did was just widen out the stance of the truck just by, and it's actually more than I think 5 millimeters. I'm not exactly positive. Maybe it is only 5 millimeters, but I think it might possibly be more. Fortunately, I did not lose the dog bone. The other thing that's going on with this Mad Van is I burned out the original motor, and now it's brushless. So it's running, wow, it's dirty in there. It's running a Hobao 3900 kV, and I got to tell you right now, all I need this thing to do is to run on 2S. It performs so well with that 60 amp Hobbywing ESC rebranded. You know, it's a rebranded Hobao Hobbywing, but it's a Hobao 3900 kV little brushless motor, and it pushes this Mad Van around beautifully on 2S. So this thing's great. Great little truck. I beat the absolute crap out of it the last time it drove. I ended up splitting this link right here. It was like magic because the link is still intact, but I think it's split right on the seam. So the ball end just kind of pops out. I did put a zip tie on there just as a temporary kind of fix, but I should have did a cross zip tie to get that. So you can see right here, there's also another crack right there. See how that piece is cracked? So I am going to need a couple of parts. I'm going to need an upper arm. I'm going to need the hub assembly or the steering block. And I'll need another one of these link arms. But I got to tell you, other than not looking up the parts yet, this Mad Van has been a stinking blast. I mean, I just ripped the big rock. And this will in no way like nearly touch the big rock in any way, but for what this is a great little cheap or inexpensive, like fun, put a smile on your face, like bouncer. It's like a bouncer kind of truck. So obviously I can see right now, I already know what I need. I need an upper arm, I need a steering link, and I need the steering block. So right now I can go on the Kyosho website. And let's see if this is going to work. The screen of death. So let's go to Kyosho. Might actually be able to go to, instead of going to Kyosho, I might wonder if A-Main. Because I think that's where, you know what? I'm going to try A-Main. Only because this is where I've decided I'm done with Horizon Hobby, that whatever I can get. Oh, here I type in A-Main. Look at that. I type in A-Main. Why is Horizon stinking Hobby the first one? All right. So let's see if I can just type in Mad Van. See what happens. Mad Van. All right, so I'll click on that, and who knows, maybe parts somehow could show up. There is the possibility. So reviews, in stock. Oh, it's in stock. It's only $220. Wow, that's a pretty good price. $220. That's not bad. I think I got mine for $239, maybe. But let's see if there's any parts. Nope. Dang. No, like instant parts kind of like list. So Wait a minute. Related products? Kyosho? There's something at the top that might have something to do with it. And I'm just going to turn down this volume so I know that I'm actually on the stream. And let's see. So let's see. Cars, trucks, categories related to this. No. Related products. Kyosho. I don't know. Maybe I will have to go to like literally Kyosho. What if I type in Mad Van suspension arms? Oh. Mad Van hubs. That ain't it. All right. Making this a little bit more of a pain in the neck than I thought. Let me see. Let's see. Does it say anything about parts? I guess this would be like related parts. I don't know what's going on here. No. Nope. Dang. All right. Mad Van. Trying to see if there was like a categories related. Nope. Full drive truck ready to run. Nope. Nothing that says like parts. That's kind of foolish. Dang. Let's just go to parts right here. Because that's, and then maybe search within parts. Mad Van. Nope. Stupid. All right, well, that's kind of crappy. Let's see, Kyosho America. Let's see if I go to products and I go to the heck would I go to? Let's type in Mad Van. All right, so there's Mad Van. Oh no. Oh no, that means there might not be any pods? What? Pods and accessories? No, that's just crap. Oh no. That stinks. Yeah, I don't want to have to go to Horizon, man. I really don't. Oh, even over here it's $219. So basically, I guess you just buy another Mad Van to get all your pods. I do have another Mad Van that I could steal from. I have a Mad Van that's literally sitting in a sealed box. I suppose I could use that for pots. Dang it. Nope. Son of a gun. Kyosho, you're dumb. Or I'm dumb. Let's see. Nothing I see here says anything. Dang it. This doesn't make any sense. Products, RC car, EP off-road. You bugger. Son of a gun. I don't see anything that says anything about parts. Crap. Well, that is really stupid. Well, let's see how easy it is at stinking Horizon. Oh, I want to be done with this company so bad. I cannot stand Horizon anymore. They did me wrong. I'm done with them. Screw Horizon. To be honest with you, I'm done with them. Watch them have like parts. Ah, there's no parts. Son of a gun. So I'm literally going to have to do like an exploded view. Ooh, I'm not liking Kyosho now. Dang. Oh boy, I can get a wheelie bar. That's not going to do anything for me. I need real parts. Factory support, parts and accessories. There's not even an online exploded view on Kyosho. Wow, you guys have got to do something about this. Category index? No, that ain't going to be anything. Car. Phaser series. Instruction manual. Model name. Boy, they really don't make this easy. Racing truck, rally truck, buggy. Phaser options. You. Let's see. Boy, they really don't make this easy. Subaru. So that would be that. Challenger. Chassis kit. Rage. Mad Van. So exploded view. All right, parts list. This is not an intuitive thing here. All right. Let's see. Oh, I can't read Chinese. Come on. Oh my God. Spare parts. No. You know what? I might be better off with exploded views. Oh, here we go. Here's some pictures. There we go. That's more like it. That's my style. Look at the pictures. I like pictures. Pop-up areas, coloring sections. All right, so there we go. So FA 531 is what it is. So I just got to look up FA 531, it looks like. Looks like it's a very universal part. Front, rear, left, right, I don't know. Looks like it's all in one. They sell you the whole thing. All right, so FA 531. So can I highlight that? Can't even highlight it. So FA531. So I'll go into, I'm not going to Horizon. Maggots. Let's go. FA531. Nothing. Son of a. Come on. I really don't want to go to stinking Horizon for parts. All right. FA531. Hey, there we go. And I don't understand what that means. 500 bucks? Oh, it's out of stock. Oh, crap. Look at that. No. That big thing right there. Out of stinking stock. Let's go to the people that I hate. FA531. You guys better not have it. And they have no idea what I'm asking for. All right, so I guess that's a good thing. They have no idea. Try searching in discontinued items. That better not be discontinued. Nope. All right, so Horizon has no idea what I'm asking for. Over here, it's I'm gonna highlight that, copy it, open up a new window, go here, paste, and we'll do a Google search and just see what happens. So that can't be it. So FA, so at Power Hobby, let's see what Power Hobby has. So it looks like, well, it's only $550. Oh, out of stock. All right. $550 out of stock. Let's go here. $6.99. Put me on the waiting list. You sons of a guns. Oh no, RC World. $7.99. We're just getting higher in the pricing here. And they're not even saying whether if it's like in stock or out of stock. This is probably one of those sites that you order it, they take your money, and then they just, yeah, it's out of stock, by the way. Let's see. eBay. eBay, $5.49. So same price as Kyosho, 0 available. Oh, isn't that awesome? So it's not on eBay. Let's try this eBay. See if it comes up different. And that does not look like the right part. That's definitely not it. All right, suspension arm set. That's from Japan. $4.85. Out of stock. Oh no! I think we're batting 1,000 here. Frontline Hobbies. Never heard of Frontline Hobbies before. $14.99. Wow, they're really jacking up the price. And let's see. Next place that I will try is going to be Amazonia. So let's see. Paste. Bam. And nope. Losi Baja Ray. Maybe I can adapt. We got some real control arms for a Mazda Miata. Maybe I can make those work. Gotta be kidding me. Oh no. It looks like we're gonna get nothing. Dang. Son of a gun. Stinking mad van man. You're making me mad. It's such a great little... Oh, there we go. No, that says Losi. It almost looks like the same thing. What the heck is that? Do you see that? Racer's Edge X Max. Oh, 90-something bucks. Nah, we're good with that. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Son of a gun. Nope. Absolutely stinking nothing. But they did have this. What the heck is this? What is that? Look at that thing. What the heck is that? It's like it's all aluminum with a carbon fiber frame. What the heck is that? That's a WL toy. Comes in blue, green, or that looks like blue. What the heck is that? A 1/18th metal chassis frame body kit with 4 wheels for the WL Toys 959, 969, 979. I mean, that's a lot of money, but still, what the heck? Holy crap. That's insane. All metal? That could be probably the 100-mile-per-hour WL toy right there. All right, well, this was total like strikeout, so I guess I'm done. I already know. Oh, wait a minute. I should check out the hub. Wait a minute. While I'm here, what about the hub? Because I do have a broken hub. So it's this stuff right here. So FA503, I know I need that. And while I'm at it, should I order the shock tower too? Because the shock tower is broken too. Oh my God. Holy crap. All right. So I need FA532B. So let's see. FA532B. Yeah, that ain't gonna fit the Mad Van. So let's go to A main. 532B. And they have no idea what I'm looking for. I'm not liking the Mad Van right now. FA532B. Let's look up FA503. Back order. See if it says 532B. That weird. FA532B is not showing up. Am I not doing something right? FA532B. Nothing's showing up. So it looks like I'll be plastic welding that. That's on back order. Everything's on back order here. Let's see. What was I say? FA503. So let's see if Amazon has it. So Amazon has no idea what I'm talking about either. Dang it. All right. What if I just open up a new window? So Active Power Sports. $15.43 in shipping. Holy crap. King Cobra. $10 in shipping. eBay right there. And 6 available. So that is actually available through eBay. I guess that's not too bad, right? So, like $6.50. Not too bad. $6.50 right there. So eBay has at least that. Let's see if eBay has the other thing there. So FA532E. Kyosho linkage. Kyosho suspension. So they have no idea what the heck 532B is. Although there's an eBay. $11. $11. And it ships from Boston, Massachusetts. Looks like it's in stock. Nice. All right. So I could get that and get the other thing, and I won't have a suspension arm. Crap. All right. So I guess parts are available. It's just a big like search thing that sometimes I guess you have to do to find parts. And it's kind of crappy that, you try to get your stuff right from Kyosho and it's like, nope, sorry, we ain't going to help you. So, I don't know. Well, we tried to, oh man, what a disaster back there. I should turn the lights off. That way you can't see how a bomb went off back there. But that's right there. That's the stinking brand new Losi DB Pro parts car. Because of Horizon Hobby. I'm pissed at them. I literally am done forking my money over to them. They want to treat me like a piece of garbage? They can keep all their crap. I'll order, like I said, I'll order from A-Main and I'll find other sources. eBay and A-Main will be literally my source, and every once in a while, obviously, Amazon, because Amazon. Because it's easy. 2-day shipping. Not too bad. So it looks like Mad Van's just going to be put away. That's a bummer. It's definitely a good truck. I could use the other one for parts. Just basically turn it into a parts truck. I don't know. Kind of don't really want to start turning other RC cars into parts trucks or parts vehicles. It's not like a route that I want to stay with. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but I can wait. Maybe what I'll do is, thing is I just turned this thing into brushless. The weather for this Mad Van really it's not the best weather anyway. The parts are frail enough to where the additional speed on 2S, the additional speed on, not 2S, but additional speed on brushless took its toll. But all the breakage that happened to this Mad Van was totally deserved. If I had stopped and maybe did something real with that linkage instead of trying to put a single zip tie on it, which literally in the video, in the live stream or video or whatever the heck it was that I did, I said that I was going to cross the zip ties. Now, if I crossed the zip ties, it probably would have held that link together. And I don't think plastic weld would work, but I don't know. Maybe I should try it. Maybe I should literally just pull this thing apart and just glue what's there, use zip ties, use branches, make pots out of wood. I probably could. I could make like a popsicle stick stinking arm, couldn't I? I could. If my Losi, if that thing right there, if that 2.0 can get fixed by a piece of door casing, Maybe I can start making wood. Maybe I can start making wooden pots for the Mad Van. Why not? Just grab some balsa, go down to the hardware store, grab some diamond plate. Yeah, I think I can put that together. Maybe I'll just glue it. Maybe I'll just like epoxy it or something. That definitely could be a route to go. Just throw some epoxy on there and rip this Mad Van some more. I just wish there was a way to really secure it, and I don't think. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm looking at I can literally use zip ties to put this thing back together. I'm really thinking zip ties. Zip ties and maybe some 2-part epoxy. Maybe sand down the section of arms and reinforce it. Maybe mix up some. I don't know if any of you guys out there know what tiger hair is, but mix up some tiger hair. Tiger hair would fix that. Actually, you know what else would fix that? The waterproof Bondo, the marine Bondo, the green or blue body filler with the fiberglass impregnated Bondo, that would actually work. And I haven't mixed that stuff up in a while. I wouldn't mind smelling that stuff. That's got a real sweet, nice smell to it. Just don't breathe in the fibers. If you ever sand down any kind of fiberglass or any kind of fibrous kind of material, make sure you wear a mask. Otherwise, you're going to fill your lungs up with a bunch of glass shards, and that's no good. So anyways, zippy ties. You know it, man. Epoxy, zippy ties. It's a new part. It's a new part. You know it, guy. William Holt, what's going on? Sheila Davis, what's going on, guy? Christian Harris. There's a couple of people in here that's never been in here. How's the thumbs up doing? 52 people, 50 thumbs up. That's not bad. You can't complain about, but come on. Come on. There's 52 people in here and there's only 50 thumbs ups. Bam! There we go. Who did it? Who forgot? So, no sleep till what? Brooklyn? Brokeland? Right? No sleep till Brokeland. Right. Hey, did anybody in chat? Did any of you guys go check out that video that I just dumped onto the internet? The ARRMA thing there, RC Guy Garage Junkyard. I wonder if anybody checked that out yet. It is live, right? I didn't even check to see if it was live. I don't even know if it's got any. I don't even know if anybody's watched it yet. But I'm curious to know, like, if anybody thinks it's any good. I thought it. I mean, granted, I actually didn't watch it. Isn't that the crazy part? So this video that I made, I didn't even watch it. I edited it. Like, I put it together. And I just hit upload. So I haven't even watched my own video to see if I actually did an all right job editing. Seemed like the editing was all right, but did anybody get a chance to go check it out just out of curiosity? Did Mitchell see it? Mitchell, guy. Thank you, man. Johnny 5 is alive, right? RC360 Hobbies. What's going on, guy? Easy Rider 723. Not yet. It's too late here. Guy, come on. It's never too late. If you're talking about watching my video, it's never too late, guy. Come on. You're already awake. Go watch that video. Throw a thumbs up on it. Share it. Subscribe. Nah. Like I've always said, you subscribe to somebody's channel. Like, I mean, I am no longer going to ask people to subscribe because I thought about it. It's like, why say that? Because people already know. It's like, if they want to subscribe, they just point blank will, because otherwise they'll never see another epic video. Epic video. Not that it's epic, but so the only video that's left. So, but obviously that was the almost called it the hard rock. That was the big rock and the Outcast, and I don't even know if I'm gonna have any footage for Trash Bag. It went that bad. It really went that bad. And Earl, I don't know if you heard me. If you're still here, right, Earl? Yeah. I don't know if you heard me, Earl. But doing the one camera thing, I did mess up. I missed a chunk. Remember how I told you that I actually tried to make the big rock climb that vertical mountain? None of that was on there. I had shut the stupid camera off. I wasn't paying attention to the beeps. So I literally, right then, I just learned, Guy, you click that camera on and leave it alone. Just leave it. And it will beep. And if it beeps, take it off, look at it, and see what's going on. Don't trust the beeps anymore. So that was upsetting. Basically, probably similar to what happened with you, Earl. You went out, you ripped like you had a trunk load of RCs that you ripped and you didn't get any footage. That's horrible. That is so horrible. What is it? Crash Bag? Crash Bag is a king. Crash Bag is king, right? Crash Bag, that's its new name. Crash Bag. You said it's 2001 in the beginning? I did? I said it's 2001? That's all right. We're going back in time, Guy. I've been doing YouTube since 2001. That's why I'm so skilled. Out of West Coast Canada. Nice. Sheila Davis, Guy. That's awesome. You know what I think is funny is when obviously like I'm not saying you're not a girl, because there are some girls that are into the RC hobby, which is awesome. But obviously it seems like it's the majority of guys. But I call everybody Guy. So even if you're a girl, you're still called Guy. What's up, Guy? I call everybody Guy. That's why it's RC Guy Garage. Because everybody's Guy. Let's see. What am I missing here? Nothing. What are we looking at for time? Almost 3 hours? Wow. What time is it? It's almost 1? All right. Well, I think Tortured, what's going on, Guy? I have been waiting for Outcast and Diamond Dust, so we'll watch it after this live. Tortured, let's put it this way. If I didn't mess up towards the end, obviously towards the end of the Outcast video, because the battery pack had more to go, if I didn't mess up, there would have been more footage, but I made one foolish mistake that basically ruined it. So, but I do have the parts already on hand. RPM parts are going in the Outcast now. I haven't decided if I was gonna, I know this sounds funny, but I haven't decided whether if I'm gonna do both arms or only replace the one that's broken. I'm thinking I'm just gonna replace the one that's broken and see what happens. So, yeah. Spoiler alert. The Outcast is broken. Tortured. Look at her. She's running. She's a wicked dreamer. I'm surprised she's not barking. But she's a wicked dreamer, though. You can usually tell by the way she's breathing. But you see her? She was like running. There she goes. But you hear her barking all the time. And it's obviously not like an audible bark. It's like woo 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 woo. She's still asleep though. I could tell by the way she's breathing. She's a heavy sleeper. The other one there, Haley, that one, she's a light sleeper. I think she wakes her up. James Bush, what are you saying? Oh, RC360. We'll see you later, man. You mean enjoy the rest of the morning? It's the morning over here, guys. It's 1 o'clock. Sheila, perfect. That's awesome. Let's put it this way, Sheila. My mother used to race at New England Dragway on the quarter mile. So my mother was like, how do you say it? Kick butt girl, man. She was awesome. In fact, you know what? I can actually pull up a picture of my mother. Here, Sheila, watch this. This is my mother. When she used to race at New England Dragway. Where is it? Right there. That right there, that is my mom. Come on, of course you're not going to focus, are you? Come on, focus on it. Why is the focus just such junk, man? Come on. That's my mother. At New England Dragway, that's her car. It's a 68 Firebird 400 4-speed that she built herself. It's a horrible. It's a better picture, but she's got the Rat Fink shirt on. She's got the short shorts and she's got the hush puppies on. That was back in 1970. I think she raced between 1975 or 4, somewhere around there, to 76, 77, 78. So, but that was her car. When she was 17, she worked in a garage rebuilding transmissions and rear ends. Are you kidding me? My mother. My mother. Love it. What was the charger that I used in COVID and Coffee? It's the T240 Duo. I think there's a link in the description, I believe. It's literally the only charger that I'll use. Right now I'm in contact with HTRC. There's another charger that they're coming out with that I want to get my hands on because she's running again. Because it's a much higher. She's running. It's like, what are they thinking? But it's a higher wattage charger, and it's got updated technology. It's got all kinds of new brains and all kinds of good stuff. So good company, I think. Chris Watson, you like yours too? Right. Is it the same thing? Is it the same thing? No, she's not single. No. Nope, she's not single. And the funny thing too is my dad, he still owns the 1953 Chevy that he worked on in automotive class in high school. So he bought the car with his own money before he left as a senior. He bought the car with his own stinking money. So the car he worked on in high school, he still owns today. 1953 Chevy. Some good stuff. My family's got a good automotive background. My youngest brother had a 67 Camaro. I obviously have two 69 Camaros. You know, it's like it's been in the blood. My dad also had, and that's how my mother kind of met my dad. My dad had a 1967 Firebird. My mom had a 68 Firebird. You know what I mean? I grew up like literally with first generation Camaros and Firebirds. I wish I could show you a picture of my mother's 69. That was a beautiful car. That was a all original SS 350, 12 bolt, 4-speed, standard interior with the bright package. So I had the wheel opening moldings, rocker spears, and the simulated quarter vent gills, or quarter vent, whatever. I call them quarter vent gills because it's really what I think they are. So, but that was awesome. 69 GTO, right, dude. My mother owned so many different cars, man. She had GTXs. She had she had so many cars. She had Montes. She had so many different cars. But her affinity was Firebirds and Camaros, first gen. You don't see the Charger listed? It's a HTRC T240 Duo. Good Charger. Definitely a good Charger. I've beaten those Chargers. I have two of them. And both Chargers are set at 10 amps to charge. And basically, I feel like it just listens to what the battery wants and just gives it. Because you'll watch it fluctuate. It'll go up to like 7-something amps on a 50C battery. And then it will literally, what it does is it like touches. This is how I explain it. It's got some kind of technology in there that it will touch the battery, you know, and it will back off. It will give the battery what it wants to take. So, and that's what I like about it. It charges the Ovonic Air batteries like that, which are 50C batteries. It'll usually charge, I think, at about 4.6-ish amps on a 50C battery. It'll fluctuate a little bit. You'll watch it. It'll go up. It'll try to give the battery a little hit to see if it'll take it. And then if it doesn't want to have it, it'll back it off a little bit. I've watched it. I like the way the Charger works. Granted, I'm not the one that, obviously I'm not the one to ask technical questions. I just know what my eyes see and things seem to correlate. So charges very well. Oh, you're not even asking me? You're not asking me what Charger? Oh, yeah, you were. I don't know. Remember the Pinto? Come on, guy. Remember all the cars. But my mother never owned a Pinto, though. Remember the Pinto? Yeah, the people that owned them. They went to the morgue. The fire bombs. That, the Vega. What about the, what was the other car there? Not Marauder. What was the other one? Began with an M. It's too late for me to think about these things. I forget what the heck it was called. Maverick. The Maverick. The Pinto bomb. You know it, guy. Yup. The Pinto bomb. Yes, sir. The Pinto Bomb. What is that? Fire pooping? Yeah, right. Oh, Fierro? You didn't just say Fierro, guy. Oh my God. My wife had a movie on this afternoon, early this afternoon. I don't know what the name of the movie was, but there was a Fierro in it. And I was just like, what were the designers thinking? Give it the front end of a Trans Am and the back end of a what? Do you know what I mean? It's like, what the heck? It's a Firebird front end and like, look like it just, I don't know. What the heck happened? The chainsaw got a hold of the design? Exploding Pintos, you know it, guy. Yes, sir. You used to, an AMC? Oh, what about an AMX? My aunt used to own AMXs. Grand Prix, yep. Grand Prix. That's what I used to call them. Grand Prix. And the engine out of an S10. Yeah, with the 4.3. Yeah, I got I also have a 2002 Trans Am. It's only got 28,000 miles on it. It's just literally, its life just, it lives. Here's what's nuts. My Camaro lives outside while my Trans Am lives inside. Like, shouldn't it be like the opposite? Right now, the Trans Am's hood is open. It's been a lazy man's project. Nothing wrong with it. It's the knock sensors went out, and I tore everything down, and RC cars got in the way, so I should put that together. I should ask Earl what shop he would recommend send the Trans Am to, because I don't know. I just don't have the desire. Took it all apart. I've got all the parts. Like, literally, if I should take a snapshot. I should take a snapshot and show you what the Trans Am looks like right now. You'd literally be like, what? It's in my garage. It's just, I don't know what's wrong with me. I need a big garage. My wife, the joke is, if we ever get rid of this house, like when we downsize the house, because, you know, obviously there's not going to be any kids here soon. We have one more daughter that lives here, and right now the house is, the house is kind of still serves its purpose, but once all the kids are gone, a house this size doesn't make any sense. So what my wife agreed to is that our next house is going to be, we're going to buy a garage with a house attached. So it's going to be, you know, getting rid of this place and buy a garage with a house attached, not the other way around. That's going to be the best way, especially for me, you know, because, you know, it'll be easier for her to have a smaller house, and I'll have like a whole acre size garage. That's what I'd like to have, an acre size garage. So I want 10 acres. 1 acre can be a garage. We can have the house, little dog house attached to it, which will be the house. And then like literally like 8 or 9 acres of just leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like, I'd love to have way more than that, like 100. But have 100 acres and literally the house be like right in the middle. And then I want a slightly warmer, slightly longer, warmer season. So slightly on both. I mean, I'm definitely, I don't want to go to the equator. That'll be way too hot. House, what? What's Tony saying? House. How long did the Vega last? I'm confused. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, Chris Watson right now, that's thinking like a guy. Well, I mean, my wife is on board with it, though. That's the best part. I even have, like, in my mind what I want for a house. And it's going to be a ultra open floor plan ranch. It'll have, like, one room that's probably going to be all windows. And that'll be, like, the kitchen, the living room, and, like, kind of like breakfast area is all going to be, like, an open, just, you know what I mean? It'll be like its own wing kind of thing, just with all glass. You know, I think that would be awesome. I always wanted to have like a lofted thing, but, you know, I also realized that, you know, eventually you get old. I mean, I'm not old yet, but I mean, the grays are coming in. It was inevitable. It was going to happen someday. But I mean, you know, everybody knows you're not getting any younger. So, I mean, you know, your next house should kind of like, at least for me, the next house should like literally be it. A ranch. I think they call it like an extended ranch or something like that. Some that's like an L kind of shape or whatever, or maybe like a T shape. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I just want an acre-sized garage. Maybe 2 acres. Massive building. A massive building with like skylights and all kinds of good stuff. We'll see. We should be able to do it. Should be able to do it. Get rid of this place. The houses are on fire in Massachusetts, man. Tell you. Every house in this neighborhood, or almost every house in this neighborhood, it goes on the market, and literally in 2 weeks, it's sold. It's like, wow. That is awesome. I would love to be able to do that right now. You know what you do? You put an ad out. What do they call it? The make me move price or something like that? Make me move. Some people have the money, man. Some people have the money. The make me move price. Make me move. Just send me an offer I can't refuse. It's crazy. Just get a huge garage and park your RV in it. You know what, Tony? I don't know if you're talking to me, but my wife has actually said she'd be okay living in our trailer. Now, I would never do that to her, but she likes our trailer so much because the bedroom's the bump out bedroom. So it's got a bump out bedroom. The whole side of it, kitchen, living room, the whole side slides out, that whole section. And then the front portion has bunk beds. So it has 1, 2 bunks, and then one bunk on the other side. And then the other thing is it's like an outside kitchen. And she loves that trailer. And she was like, you know, I could live in this. And it's like, what? Like, I mean, what woman, girl, female says stuff like that? Like, that's awesome. Like, I mean, she's that, what's the word? I don't want to say pliable. She's just that easygoing, like, you know, but I would never do that to her though. No, I if anything, let's just say if we were going to build a house, or if I was going to build the house, which that's probably the way it would go. If I was going to build the house, the only thing, it would just take me forever though. That's why you hire out. If I was going to build the house, we would obviously live in the trailer, You know, probably have like the garage, you know, warehouse thing built, and then like what you're saying, just take the trailer and park it inside. That way it's undercover and all that stuff. That would definitely be cool too. So check out Granger Smith's channel. He does the Earl Dibbies. He does the Earl Dibbies Jr. Go on YouTube, and he is also a country star. His family is living in an RV in a pole barn. That's awesome. There she goes. She's barking. Look at her. Look at her. See the big breath she's doing? She's such a dreamer. Yeah, dehumidifier, right. Yep. It's always, if you got a basement that doesn't have like this, the whole back of our house is open to like regular level. Definitely, if you got stuff in a basement, definitely have a dehumidifier going. Definitely a good idea. Tortured. If you're built the house, there would be no content. Right. Right, true. Somehow I'd figure it out. But there would be, you know, RC Guy Garage, you know, the other stuff. Build with me. Let's build a massive warehouse. I would love that. Never know. Maybe. You never know. Could be possibility someday. Just not yet. I'm having a hard time because I feel like it's, at least for me, I feel like it's going to be harder for me to move away from my kids than it is, I think, for the kids to move away from me, kind of thing. Not that they don't love me. It's just, I don't know. I always want to make sure that they're okay. You know, and they are, but you always like want to make sure. You always want to feel, at least for me, I want the kids to know that if anything ever goes wrong, that, you know, we're there, you know, and nothing has gone wrong, but you never know. And I think that's going to be the hardest part, is if we ever do decide to move out of here. You know what I mean? That'll be the tough part, man. How do you move on? Like for me, being a dad, how do you move on with your life after you've had children? Because, you know, our kids are my life. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, is my life with my wife that too? It is. But I always want to make sure that, like, you know, I'm available, kind of thing, you know? Like, I mean, even if, like, you're going to work on their car or something, you know what I mean? Like, I would feel bad, like, if my daughter, you know, I mean, well, although my daughter has my son now, when you think about it. So maybe I can feel a little bit better that way, because, you know, she's taken care of kind of by my son, her brother, you know? Maybe that's how I should look at it. All right, I'm out of here. You're all set now. Yeah. Tortured. What did you do? Did you mess stuff up? RC Guy, I would watch, actually, the build blog, right? James Bush automatically held for review. Oh, James Bush, what are you doing, guy? YouTube likes to hide comments, man. Frank Sluga, what's going on, guy? Guy knocked on my dad's door and gave him $800,000 for the house he paid. Right, dude. My first house, I paid $84,900 for, and within within, I think, this is a total guess, but I think within 5 years of owning it, I believe it went up to 350. Like, I'm really trying to pull out some truth here. 84.9 is what we bought it for. And in 5 years' time, around about, it was, I don't think it was any less than 5 years, so who knows? Maybe it could have been 6 years. I don't know. But I'm recollecting like within 5 years is my guess. Let's see, it was 90. Yeah, I think it was like within, maybe it was 4 years. It was soon after. That house, like, all of a sudden skyrocketed. And I think that's also what ruined the economy, too. I mean, houses and property just went nuts. It's crazy. Paid $278, worth $1 million 20 years later. Right, man? Isn't that nuts? Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. See you in. Right, Brandon, what's going on, guy? You want to build a round? Oh, no, you don't, guy. You know what? There's actually a roundhouse in Plimpton, Massachusetts. Look it up. Plimpton, Mass. The roundhouse. I think you can actually say it to Google. Watch. I wonder if Google will know it. Plimpton, Massachusetts. The roundhouse. There it is. I think that's it. There it is. Look at that. Literally, that's what I said. And there it is. This is a real house. What do you mean no internet? That is a real house. Couple towns over from me. Expand. No, I don't want to log in. Yeah, that's a couple towns over from me. But it's a real roundhouse. It's crazy. Looks like that picture's from 2012. Wow, isn't that nuts? I literally just asked Google. Plimpton, Massachusetts, the roundhouse, and literally it's on here. That is insane. You know what I mean? Just to ask Google that question. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, my eyes are starting to go out of focus here. Yeah, but the whole point, guy. It's funny how you can never please everybody. So I got to respond to this guy. You're absolutely right. The whole point was that it just surprised me. That's all. I really didn't think the car was going to go that far. I had anticipated where I was going to run out of power, and it went more than twice the distance. It was just a test. I mean, it could be somebody that's in this live stream. I don't know. But like I was saying, like, you know, you don't always, like, text messages and messages can sometimes be taken the wrong way. And there was this guy that I can't even remember what happened. It was so long ago now. But the way he left a message or whatever, I responded in the same way he left a message. I was dry or bland with my answer, and it wasn't good enough or something. And it like literally turned into like almost turned into a I'm gonna jump on an airplane, let's meet up and have a talk. You know what I mean? It was like let's have a talk, and we ended up like apologizing to each other because we realized throughout the rest of the conversation that because it was messaging, it wasn't taken like the right way. Like even sometimes, like if a word is not spelled right, or sometimes autocorrect corrects things wrong, and you send it, and like right as you send it, autocorrect just goes, you know what? I'm gonna change that sentence for you. And then it sends it to somebody, and you're like telling somebody off, even though that's not what you did. And then they come back like, all right, yeah, big guy, it's on, like all this stuff, like anything like RC, if anybody is negative, like towards my channel, it's like, there is really got to be something wrong with you to really get bent out of shape for the fact that, like, I don't know, I jumped wrong and I hit a tree. Who cares? It's my car. I like hitting trees. Guy, you think you drive so good, you're a piece of crap driver. I've heard it all. I've heard it all. It's crazy, man. 101 reasons of why not to do YouTube. How about that? Because if you're somebody that's a Scottish, Irish, Italian, you might get bent out of shape a little bit. I struggle with it daily. I struggle with it daily, guy. I really do. It's funny, the comments. I mean, you get the comments on Facebook, you get it on Instagram, you get it on here, you get it on YouTube. It's like somebody was telling me I talk too much on a live. It's like, dude, it's called Shop Talk and Wrench. I mean, what do you not get? I might wrench, I might talk. You talk too much. It's like, oh, good for you. Crap. That's what that thumbs down button's for. Just hit it. Bam. Move on. Go somewhere else. Go harass somebody else. All right, so what are we looking at here? We got 63 thumbs ups. We got 38 people hanging on. The tree moves, right? It's not the driving. Yes, I do. I do know that. Just hit the delete button, right? I don't, what's funny? I don't delete anybody. Even comments, unless it's derogatory, like if it could be taken like, and I'll say it this way, and I mean nothing bad by saying it this way, but this is just the way I was raised. I was raised by a single parent, which was my mother, so I have a very high respect for women, okay? So that's why I'm saying it this way. So maybe even saying it this way could be wrong, but this is me and who I am. So the way I look at it is whatever you potentially shouldn't say in front of, a female, you don't say it on here. I'll delete like, derogatory statements, stuff like that, things that are swears, because it doesn't belong for me. For my channel, it just doesn't belong. So stuff like that, yes, that does disappear. And, if there's any like innuendo, kind of stuff or whatever, I just try to keep it clean. That's all it is. Just keeping it clean, keeping things happy. That's literally all it is. And that's like J.O. right over here. He even made, he took the time to actually write something to me the other day. And, he was like, he liked the, I think he called it a community. He liked the community that I was trying to build. Something that is level and happy and like clean. Do you know what I mean? Like just nice, a happy place to go. You know, just to have fun. You know, we talk about cars, we talk about steak. You know, we talk about cheeseburger subs. You know, we talk about literally everything. We work on RC cars. I work on regular cars. I build stone walls. I build tie walls. I'll cut a tree. I'll work on Big Black. Big Black will pull out a stump. You know what I mean? Like whatever. It's just a anything place just to be happy and, you know, not push violence, even though I struggle with it daily, but not to do anything wrong or bad, just to stay level-headed and stay. Although I did say that Horizon Hobby's pissing me off and I hate him. I mean, I don't know how to take it, man. Just there's imperfection. I guess that's all it is. J.O. Guys, stop talking. You talk too much. Nice, just wrench. Nice. You're one of those guys, huh? Right. So this has been a stinking awesome. Look at that. 64 thumbs ups. That's totally insane. But you know what I do wonder? There's 38 people here. Are all these 38 people? Did everybody give it a thumbs up? Is it going to just bump up one? Or is it going to? Bam! I love it. Who did it? Who's number 6? Who's number 65? Somebody just did it. Somebody is number 65. 67, you got to be kidding me. Holy crap. And like I said, the thumbs ups, the reason why I do the remember to give it a thumbs up is only because it's just telling YouTube that, hey, you know what? The channel's, that I actually like it. You know what? Well, it helps the channel. You know what I mean? So who was it? Bushwalker, you're number 66. Nice. Oh, wait a minute. Chris Watson and Bushwalker thinking they were number 66. It's still cool, though. And you know what else is cool, too? When was the first year of the first Firebird and Camaro? The number of thumbs ups. I like stuff like that, too. My first house that I bought was number 69. This house on a GPS comes up. Even though this is not number 69, this house comes up as number 69 on a GPS. Just saying. And I'm not saying the number 69 for the reason why some people think. But I have two 69 Camaros, and 69 Camaros are my favorite year Camaro. And I love all kinds of cars, but first generation Camaros and Firebirds have like a thing with me, even though I've owned more Trans Ams, second gen Trans Ams, than I've owned anything else. I owned 6 Trans Ams, well, Firebird Trans Ams at one time. The joke was I had a car for every, I had a Trans Am or a Firebird for every day of the week, and then on Sundays, you drive the Camaro. That was when I was young. Now I tell you, I do miss my Trans Ams though. The not the 02 that I got, but the second gens, the 70s. So that they had a different kind of they had a different style to them, man. My last 79 Trans Am I got rid of, I think 5 years ago now. Could even be longer. Might be 6 years ago. But my last 79 Trans Am I got rid of. And that was tough. I didn't want to. I just had no use for it anymore. I just had it since I was, how old was I when I got that car? That particular 79 Trans Am, I bought in 1991, I think. That Trans Am I bought in 1991. And I had it all the way up until just 5 or 6 years ago. I could probably pull up a picture of it right now on Google Photos. Let's see if Google Photos knows. Trans Am. Oh my God. You know what it did pull up? It pulled up the Trans Am that I had before 1990. I had this Trans Am in 1990. That is also a 79 Trans Am. It had a little bit of a collision with a guardrail. But that was one of my 79 Trans Ams in 1990. Right there. Oh, I loved that car. Yeah, so there was that one. That was from 1990. I wonder if I can pull up details on the picture. Probably can't because that's not the way it works. So there's that one. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's only gonna, all right. This is my other 79. This is the one that I just got rid of a few years ago. That's the 79 that I got rid of a few years ago. That was back in 1991. Yep. Wow. I was doing a little bit of body work to it. Oh, that's gone. So there was that Trans Am. Then there was... Now this is two of my other Trans Ams. And what you can't see is the Camaro. I also had a 1973 Camaro. So there's one Trans Am right there. You see the transmission right there? I just finished putting a Trans Pack kit in it. That's another Trans Am behind it, right there. And that tire right there is from a 1973 Camaro. That had the aluminum slotted wheels on it. Those wheels were my favorite. The aluminum slotted. So there was that. And here's an oldie. So this was, I think this was also 1990. I'm trying to remember if it was 1990 or not. Check this car out. Look at that young kid right there, that little boy. That's me. But that's my 1977 280Z. Wow, get some nostalgia going here. And this is me. Ready for this one? This is me with my daughter and my son. And check out the haircut. I turned my yard into a quad track. I love it. The memories, man, I'm telling you. All right, I should just end this. It's getting late. We're not even talking about good stuff now. They all look like wrecks. Oh, gee, thanks, Lauren. Nah, they weren't wrecks. Everything that I had, I was always working on. It was that's me. You know what I mean? I love working on stuff. It's just like it's in the blood. It's what I like to do. You know, everything looked like a disaster, like my shop. Oh my gosh. Right. Shaving weight for maximum miles per gallon. You know it. 69 dart swinger for you. Nice guy. Yeah. 2003 Cobra, right? Earl's Terminator. Kurt's RC. Earl drives his 1-to-1 cars the same way he drives his 1/5 scale. Actually, he does. Earl's got a habit of popping tires and losing lug nuts. I shouldn't have said that, huh, Earl? Losing lug nuts on the highway. J.O., see you later, guy. Dude, thank you for all those things, the super chats. You're an animal, man. Thank you. All right, my eyes are getting wicked. Like, my eyes are getting wicked blurry right now. It always happens. My eyes get wicked blurry. The glasses don't even help anymore. So, all right. So, got that mullet still going on, Mr. Mullet Hawk here. All right, I'm out. This has been almost 4 hours. It's what time? Almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Earl, you called it, man. You were like, yep, another 2 o'clock in the morning live stream. What time is it? It's literally almost 2 o'clock. Holy moly. You got 39 people here. You guys are awesome. We got 68 thumbs ups. Holy crap. Can we get 69 thumbs ups? That would be mint. If we could get 69. Bam. I don't know who did that, but I can't even screen. Ah, it went up to 70. Quick, somebody thumbs down. Oh my God, that's awesome. 71, the year I was born. Nice. Woohoo. Oh, 70. Somebody took it back. Oh my God. All right. Again, this is Shop Talk and Wrench. This is the first episode of Shop Talk and Wrench. I don't even know what we talked about the fact that I did rip the Outcast 8S. As of right now, because Trash Bag, which is my X-Max, because Trash Bag, which is right here, you can't see that Trash Bag is lame right now. The Outcast ripped that today. We ripped the Big Rock, which is right there. We ripped the X-Max. And as of right now, if you saw the video, actually, I think I did. Oh, did I say it? I think I did say it. That as of right now, for me personally, the Outcast is, for me, it's beating my X-Max. My X-Max is obviously the trash bag of all X-Maxes ever built because it just can't hold together. Something is always going wrong with it. I think I've never once, I mean, this is only the third time I've driven it, but out of all 3 times, it's never once held together. And I don't want to say it's my driving, but who knows? Maybe it is. I will admit that we'll go into it in the video when I make the video. I'll go into, like, what happened and why I think, we have an issue with Trash Bag, which has been renamed. So Trash Bag was a trash bag, but there's a reason why it's now being called Crash Bag. So Trash Bag reborn into Crash Bag. I really am wanting to like this Traxxas X-Max. I know people have a blast with it. I want to have a blast with it too. But right now, I mean, I never wanted a Creighton 8S. As soon as that Outcast came out, I was like, that's the truck I want. The 2 inches shorter or 2+ inches shorter makes a massive difference between the two vehicles, which is crazy to think about. I will say, though, the power system right now that is in my X-Max, that gets a total thumbs up. That thing has, I want to say, because of the weight of that truck, I want to use the word, it has gobs of power. It wheelies at stinking like eighth throttle. I mean, it's already like, whoa. And I mean, it goes, but it tops out way too fast. The KV motor that's in it, running on the 9100 C packs, it's going to have a hell of a long run time because the truck is light. I'm not being allowed to experience what a Traxxas X-Max can do. I'm just not being allowed. Stupid stuff happens to mine. Mine is literally the worst Friday, Monday build X-Max like ever built is what I'm like guessing. But right now, for me, I mean, do I like the DBXL-E? Yes. Total different classification of car. It's not really, somebody called it a basher. I think it was XO Cage. I think XO Cage called that DBXL-E a basher, and it's like, I think he did. I could be wrong. Could have been somebody else, but I 100% don't agree. Can you turn it kind of into a basher? I mean, yeah, but it's too heavy. It really is. That car is literally made to run the dunes and to like a massive groomed, like awesome track. I mean, I've seen the way that thing can go. I know what it handles. I love that thing. It's never going to leave my collection. But the Outcast right now, oddly enough, out of the larger scale RCs that I've got, the Outcast for me is giving me the most enjoyment right now. I really hope that Crash Bag can. It's just not doing it yet. It's not there. I do have some RPM parts coming. The people in the chat that donated to the channel, obviously I'm taking that money and it's going to Crash Bag to, you know, help pay for those parts. They're already on their way anyway, but they're going to go to that, you know, that plight or bill or whatever you want to call it. Mad Van's down. Mad Van, I'm literally just going to, I'm going to fabric cobble that thing together. I'll order the parts that it needs. They're very inexpensive, but hard to find. The arms are not available. The shock tower is available, and the hubs are available. So I'm going to buy the hubs. I'm going to buy the shock tower, and it's minimal. And this Mad Van is a blast. I'll go into talking about what's going on. I'm going to do a video on the Big Rock. The Big Rock is also down. I am actually not positive what's going on with the Big Rock, but in my opinion, considering what that thing went through, it's very minor. We either potentially blew out a bearing. I mean, that was full trigger, man. I mean, zooming by me at full trigger, all four wheels ballooning. That Big Rock, let's put it that way. The Big Rock is kind of like, for me, a Mad Van on steroids. Like, I mean, that's kind of almost what it's like. Like, I mean, we're talking, you know, we're talking Lou Ferrigno, Arnold Schwarzenegger type steroids. I should say Lou Ferrigno. I don't know. Yeah. So thank you to everybody on here. The channel hit over 7K. I think the last time I checked it was 701 or 7001. So right now, if I check it, there might be a couple other subscribers that jumped on. I'll check right now. Come on. So right now the channel is at my channel. How come I can't see it? Get out of there. Out of there. $7,018. So literally within the last Mario. Dude, thank you. Thank you, Mario. I appreciate that, man. 7,018 subscribers. Holy crap. And I mean, granted, most of the subscribers that are on there, I don't know how this YouTube stuff works. And I don't even know, like, whatever. I don't know, like, how I don't know how it works. But if there's 7,000 subscribers on there, that literally means that probably 6,000 people, like, hit the button and probably never, like, see the channel again. And the only reason why I say that is based upon, like, the numbers that I see for videos. You know, you would think that you would get more views on a video if you have 1,000. Let's say if you have 1,000 subscribers, right? Shouldn't you at least get 1,000 views on a video? At least that's what I think in my head. Well, I got 7,000 subscribers and I've only got 600 views on a video. So, like, the math isn't, like, correlating. That's why I say, like, how much of this YouTube is fake and how much is real? You know, I know I'm real. I know all you guys in here are real. What the heck? James, Guy, Tony, dude, guys, holy crap. Chris Watson, are you guys out of your mind? Dude, thank you very much for that. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Because it's going to rain tomorrow, there is going to be a COVID and coffee tomorrow morning. I'm going to probably have it around that. It is a Sunday, so she's lighting me up right now. It smells so bad in here. Like, I mean, I'm literally, I'm breathing in and I'm like trying to not puke. She is laying bombs while she's been asleep this whole time and she's laying bombs on me. It smells so bad in here right now. That's the only thing about her. I love her. She's a great dog. But that's another thing about English Mastiffs, man. When they let them go, oh my God, what is she? What is she eating? I feel like we give her good food. What is that? What is that smell? Oh my God. It smells so bad down here. I'm being totally serious right now. I don't even know how she can stand it. Oh my God. All right. So anyways, COVID and coffee tomorrow morning, my time, probably around that 9 or 10. And that'll be COVID and Coffee 2001 episode 2. This was Shop Talk and Wrench episode 1. It is January 2nd. No, actually it's January 3rd today. So, but thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you for the crazy donations. You guys are animals in a good way. You guys are awesome. Frank. Frank. Yep. Tortured guy. No. Right. What? Italian Mastiff. Right. Oh, dude. Yes. Then you know firsthand, Tortured. If you have a Mastiff, you know firsthand that they are a factory. But look, she actually got closer to her. Are you out of your mind, Haley? You know what? She's probably trying to steal a bone. Either that or she wants to be on the little comfortable thing there. What are you doing? Yeah, that's what she's doing. She just wants to share the thing that I put out there. So, yeah. Yeah, she can definitely she can clear a house. You know how they say you can clear a room? She'll clear a house. She's so horrible. Crack the window. I'm going to crack the whole slider, and I'm going to let them right out. All right. Shop Talk and Wrench. We're out of here. We worked on the Losi Lasernut. All we did with that was we got rid of these semi-okay hexes. They really weren't designed to do what I want them to do. But now the Lasernut is rocking a hot racing 12 to 17 mildly. I think it's a 10 millimeter adapter. I think it's called a 10 mil adapter, I think. I'm not recommending it yet, so I'm not going to leave any part numbers or anything like that. I have to take the Lasernut to Diamond Dust. I'm going to take the Lasernut, which is where? Lasernut's over there, right there. And I'm also going to take my wife's Max. But obviously it's not going to be tomorrow because it's going to rain. Let's see. What could be the next day that I go to Diamond Dust? So, what, Monday? Actually, wait a minute. Today. I actually might be able to get the Diamond Dust tomorrow before the rain. So, between the hours of 12 and 4, potentially, it's going to be 40 degrees. Now, today was 46. And you get those cold temperatures, and it is a little bit rough on the plastic pots, but I'd love my wife to take her Max. That's hers right there. That Traxxas Max right there, that's hers. It's ready to go. I just wish it was warmer, because that's one of the things. I don't want her to be cold, you know. So we'll see what she wants to do. Most likely she won't go because it's going to be a dreary day. Today was a little bit warmer, 46 and sunny. Plan is, I hope, rip the Lasernut and rip the Traxxas Max. Both vehicles will be running on 4S, and they're going to hit the jumps. They're going to hit the vertical. See how high it can go. And I can't believe the big rock didn't. I lost all the footage, or I just shut the camera off. I don't know. I didn't lose the footage. I accidentally shut the camera off, but I just learned my lesson. Just start the camera and just let it roll. So, all right. I'm out, meaning out of the shop. I always say I'm out. You should get out too and point blank rip it. You should. If you're not involved in the hobby, which most likely all of you guys are, if you're not in, whoops. No, be quiet. Get off of there. If you are not involved in the hobby, get involved. It's fun. So we've got Mario, Tortured RC, Frank Sluga, Sheila Davis, CCXRC, James Bush, Tortured RC. Oh, I said that twice. Let's see. I think I said James Bush, right? Lauren, Mario, Chris Watson, Riff to the Raff. All those donations, holy smokes. How do I see that? It won't let me. Why won't it let me see? It won't even let me see. How does this work? Well, either way, right now the ones that I can see. Oh, what is going on with this thing? There we go. Tortured, Chris Watson, CCXRC, James Bush, Mario. I know there were others. JORC a bunch of times, Mitchell's RC a bunch of times, Riff Raff a couple times. It only lets me go back to 1 o'clock. And I know there were ones before that. I wish there was a better way to be able to see like how this stuff is, but there isn't. So COVID and coffee tomorrow morning. We will see you tomorrow morning. If not, we'll see you on another video or a Shop Talk and Wrench. So, like, be good to each other. Be good to yourself too. Don't forget that. Don't be selfish, but be good to yourself and be good to others. That's pretty important. So we're just going to end this right here. If I can, end the stream. Thank you for coming to Shop Talk and Wrench 2021. Holy smokes. Episode 1. I'm out. And you should get out too and rip it.